Yay, we're live.
Maybe.
Are we live?
I don't know yet.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I never trust whether we're live or not until people actually like respond to me in the chat and say they can hear us.
We're live.
So-
I've got the stream delay.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Ooh, cool.
All right.
Snow.
If we are actually live, then welcome everybody. I know it's been a really long time since I did a mic on stream, but yeah, here I am doing one. I managed to have some free time today. And also joining me is Storm, and he's gonna help ask questions. You've probably seen on my other streams. His channel's Dylan Dapper Vlogs, and he's one of the mods on my channel. Storm,
Yep,
do you want to
that's
say
me.
anything? Okay.
I'm here. Yes. I'm here to make sure you don't fall asleep while live streaming.
Yeah,
That
that's
is my
definitely something that we're in danger of.
Well, I mean, you just got out of school, and I just got out of school as well, so.
Actually, I didn't go to school at all today. That's one of the nice things.
Wow, lucky.
Yeah, so like,
You got a day off of school.
well, when you're in college, it's basically like, you sometimes have days where you're like going to school from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then other days it's like, oh, just nothing.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer, so I'm in high school.
Exactly. I don't know, I
You're like-
actually find that high school's a lot worse because like you're in school from like what, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every single day of the week, and it's like really grueling most of the time.
Yeah, my school starts at 8:20 and ends at 3:20, but I get out of bed at 8:15, so I mean.
How
it's
do you
not
get
horrible.
out of bed at 8:15 and get to school by 8:30? That's
Online school.
impressive.
We're in
Oh
online
yeah,
school.
online school. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. Okay, see,
Zoom,
that makes
that's the
things a
thing.
lot better. That makes things a lot better.
Exactly. I mean, I'm still sleep deprived because I stay up till like 2 a.m. to do work, but work's almost over, so. Don't
Yeah, well,
question me.
you shouldn't. I don't. Why are you working? You should
It's a choice.
be relaxing.
I'm producing a online bilingual Lion King play for 2Cas. I think that's been like 200 hours the past 2 months, so that's been a lot.
I hope you're at least
Of
getting
work.
paid well for it.
I get like, I think it's lower than minimum wage, but
That's bad. Don't do that.
yeah. My skills as a video editor are also not up to the standard, but yeah, it's a one-person production team basically.
Editing is difficult. It takes a lot of time. Like whenever I make videos, doing the
is.
editing sometimes takes hours and hours.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you're editing, if you're doing it well, it'll take upwards of an hour for every minute of video. So if you have a 10-minute video, you could spend multiple days just editing that for a couple hours each day, and that's definitely been my experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
'Cause the assembled show, I actually put it together for the first time last night. It's premiering in 2 days, and it took like an hour to put together. The show is an hour and 24 minutes, so yeah. And I spent. There's 2 casts, so effectively the entire runtime is like 3 hours almost. So it's somewhere close to an hour per minute of show, in that range. We're not supposed to be talking about me though. We're supposed to be talking about you.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
I have a
sure that a
question.
bajillion people have asked questions in the chat. I've seen them scrolling by, and I'm like, aren't you
I'm
supposed to be
ran-
helping?
I'm rambling. Sorry. Let's see.
I know
is
somebody
it-
asked about Clip Studio Paint if it's in English, and like,
I was about to read that.
yeah, well, my version is in English. I know that like the text is really small on the screen because I have mine. Like my screen is a 4K screen, and I have it at 100% resolution, which means like the text is really small. But I know you can get it in other languages. Like Clip Studio Paint is actually like the company who makes it, I believe, is a Japanese. Celsius is a Japanese maker, so I mean you should at least be able to get it in Japanese. Yeah, I'm not sure about other languages though. I think it's all in English for the most part.
So you actually have to get it in different languages. You can't just change that in the settings or anything.
I think like if you download it from the English site, you'll get English. I'm sure you could change the language in settings. Actually, I haven't I haven't looked.
Yours is not a good example because you have such a giant monitor, so the UI is tiny. Let's see. More questions. Chat questions. Yeah, give us questions in chat.
Give us questions in chat, but
need questions.
don't repost a question unless it's been at least 5 minutes and I haven't answered it.
Oh yeah, don't do that. That's bad.
Because
Spam
then it's
is
just
horrible.
spam, yeah.
yeah, make sure it basically means that other people can't get their questions seen or heard, and if they have other things to say, then you will just end up overposting them, and it's not great. Because we scroll through the chat. I scroll through the chat. I don't know about Bio, but I scroll through the chat. I see a lot of your questions, but we don't have time to answer all of them. Let's see. More questions. I'll give you a question from my own doc.
Wow. You're like,
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
questions. I'll ask you my own.
Exactly. I have priority. How was it to hit 20K, especially on Livestream last Saturday? How did it feel?
Okay, so like for me, I guess that I didn't really expect like my channel to grow that quickly. So like it's kind of been just like really like more slowly growing from 0 to 10K. So I was really surprised that like I basically got to like 20K in like less than a year. So that was really, really surprising, and it was like, I have to say it was really, really fun to do it on stream. Like, it was just, there was a really happy, good vibe in the chat, and like, it was just so fun to like see people partying. Like, actually, it was just a huge honor to see people like so excited on my behalf.
Yeah, that was super fun. I was there for that. That was a really long stream.
It was like 3 hours, I think.
Everyone in the chat was just like, "No, keep streaming. You're almost there." So that was
yeah,
fun.
it was kind of like I had some other things to do that night, but then I just kind of made the spontaneous decision. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep streaming until I hit 20K, because like people were so excited about it, and it was really motivating.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it too. You gained a lot of subscribers in that hour, which is kind of crazy.
I know, that was pretty crazy. Although I think that it happened because like some people were signing up with alts, which is like really nice, but it's also like a little bit worrying because it can be not very good for the YouTube algorithm if people sign up to you with alts.
I think what it does is it has a bot that just checks if they've watched any videos in the past 6 months and unsubscribes it randomly.
Oh,
but
is that why people can randomly unsubscribe to you?
Yes.
I always wondered, because like on Instagram and on Instagram, I know like people will randomly unfollow you, and I always like wondered why. Because like if I'm inactive, like I'm not gonna unfollow people. Like if they're inactive and they're not posting a lot, like I don't really care if they're inactive. I know people have lives.
It hasn't really worked for me because I have like 800 subscriptions on YouTube, and I only watch like 4 or 5 people. But I've heard that that's what they do, and I assume it's the same for other social media platforms to prevent people from getting subs with bots. I don't think it works very well though.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I know if you have a ton of subs with bots and then like the bots don't watch your videos, obviously, then it's like YouTube like hates on you, and then you're really screwed.
Yeah, it sucks. Let's see. Congrats, someone's saying congrats on 20K. How would you rate your school, and what do you like about it? That's a good one.
I've been to many, like I've been to high school, college, and like now I'm in graduate school, so it's like I don't know which school you would want me to rate, because I feel like graduate school is not really something that most people can connect with. I guess if I'll rate my high school, I think my high school is pretty good overall. I don't know. I've never been to another high school, so how am I supposed to know if my high school is good or bad? Actually,
there's nothing to compare it with. There's no other.
I'm sorry, that's kind of a boring answer to that question.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How could you? Cove just said, did you just skip elementary and middle school?
No. I went to elementary and middle school too.
Did you change schools at any point?
No, I actually didn't. I was in the same school system for my whole life. I grew up in the same place for my whole life. I
would say that as well, I think.
I mean, didn't you like leave for a year though to go on an epic world trip?
Technically, 2 years. Actually, more like 2.5 years, because we did live in another country where my mom's family is for 18 months. But I've always had the same house, basically. So yeah.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I've always had the same home base. What is your favorite kind of creature to draw?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a Dragon Channel. What do you think?
Yes, that's true. Okay, here's a more specific one. What's your favorite tribe to draw?
I think Tui actually asked me this when she interviewed me. But I thought it was interesting for her to ask a question like that, because that's usually a question that like my younger fans tend to ask. And like I thought it was just kind of funny that like she's older but she still asks the same question.
Because they feel like her children. Like, I created these. Which one do you like the most?
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think that my favorite tribe to draw is probably Rain Wings. I don't really like drawing plated scales, or like it's cool to draw them. Like when I draw them, like Snowfall has right here, like when I draw them, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good. But like actually drawing them is kind of hard, so it's not super fun to do that, and therefore, like I like tribes like Skywings. I think Skywings and Rainwings don't have plated scales. They have more like snake-like scales.
So your favorite one to draw is the one that's the easiest to draw.
Yeah, because I'm lazy.
That's a little bit biased.
Okay, I like drawing Sea Wings also because I like drawing their like glowing scales. They have cool patterns.
Let's see. Someone asks if they can draw your main OC and post it on their channel.
Yeah, of course you can. That'd be super nice of you. If you do that, then like please comment with the link to your video to like let me know so I can also see it and comment on it.
Yes. Let's see. What is your favorite books from the series so far? I feel like this has been answered a lot.
Yeah, Darkstalker Legends for sure. Yeah.
Got all the angst in it. I always used to think that angst was pronounced angst for some stupid reason because I was a child and dumb.
That's okay. I also have pronounced words weirdly sometimes. Like, I used to say sapphire as sapphire. And then when my dad told me I was wrong, I was like, no, I am not wrong. And I kept on calling it sapphire just to annoy him. But then I just looked stupid.
Were you young or something?
Yeah. I was like 6 or something at that time.
I can't be wrong. You're wrong.
Exactly.
Let's see. Do you believe that Mudwings are underrated?
I don't... Actually, no, they are underrated by the fandom. Okay, I was gonna say that they're not underrated by the fandom, but I noticed that whenever I make a Mudwing adoptable, they're always, like, one of the last ones to be bought, so yes, they're underrated.
Yeah. And then again, the Talon slots are just... There's, like, 5 Mudwing ones open or something like that.
Exactly, yeah, like, Mudwings are also, like, the slot that nobody wants to take in Pirate Pentella.
That's a good segue. So what is PPAU, and how do they get the dedication in book 14? That's my question.
Okay, so, so the Pirate Pentella, like, PPAU thing that we're talking about is basically this, roleplay group that, I created with Alaska Drawing, or Alaska Nay, I think she's known now, a few years ago. I think 3 years ago, almost exactly, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
wow. Well, we actually started creating it more like 3.5 years ago, but it didn't open until 3 years ago. But it's basically a roleplay group that's set on an island halfway in between Pirate and Pentella called Isle Mezzo. And it's about, like, there's a school on the island called the University, the Pirate Pentella University, and there's also this, like, group of dragons called the Alliance, the Pirate Pentella Alliance, who, like, go on missions and try to keep the peace and things like that. So, yeah, basically it's this, like, large roleplay group that I help run, and... yeah. I can't remember the exact. Oh, thank you, Alol and Trico. That's really nice of you.
That's super awesome. Yes. You can get more sushi with it now. You'll have to do like a weekly poll for what type of sushi.
I mean, honestly, I get sushi every week, so that wouldn't be that hard. It would be hard, like, finding new sushi to eat, though.
Yeah, you gotta get the wasabi one still.
No, I don't want to. I'm so glad people didn't vote for that, because I was pretty scared, honestly.
I wanted that one. That would have been fun.
No, it would have been mean. I would have cried.
Just eat, like, a literal, like, donut hole-sized chunk of wasabi in one of your pieces of sushi.
Yeah, that's basically what it would have been. Because it was called, like, Russian roulette, because, like, they were gonna hide a huge chunk of wasabi.
That's part of the fun. You don't know which one it is until you eat it. So you have to eat it.
Exactly, but that also would make you cry. It's okay, my boyfriend also voted for the wasabi one. He was like, I was really looking forward to see you eating it.
Exactly. See? See? It's just because of the people that have no souls. More questions. Sushi. Yeah, how was the sushi?
It was pretty good. Unfortunately, I feel like that roll would have tasted better if it had been at the restaurant because, like, I had to, like, get it for delivery that day, and, like, it was a little bit dry, unfortunately. Also, it didn't have cheese. I was pretty upset by that. So, like, the description of the roll I got, it was, like, the golden dragon roll, and the description was, like, it was, like, eel, shrimp tempura, crunchies, and like cheese, and I was like, huh, cheese and sushi, that's gonna be weird. And then like I was like, okay, I'm excited, you know, like I wonder what cheese and sushi is gonna taste like. Maybe it'll be horrible, maybe it'll be good, but I'll see. But then when I actually got it, it didn't have the cheese in it. I was pretty like upset.
It kind of looked like it had it on top, but
it might have. I think that was like, it was some sort of sauce. I don't know, maybe it's like a cheese sauce. Okay, I'm sorry, that's my dog. I don't know if you heard him.
The Shiba.
Yeah, that's Shiba.
Griffith, we love you. Griffith is so cute. You showed a picture of him on the 20K stream.
I did.
Like, the chat just exploded. Your animals are adorable.
Well, thank you.
I love them both.
Do you have any pets, Storm?
I did. They're all dead now.
Oh, that's lovely. Just what you want to hear.
Exactly. I had 2 dogs called Bella and Darby. They were beagles. They were cousins. They lived 15 and 16 years.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so they lived good long lives.
Yeah. I had them for basically my entire life because they got them a few years before I was born, and then Darby died first from a tumor in his stomach, I think. Yeah. And then Bella got cancer, I think, when she was like 16.
So they both got cancer.
Yeah. They both got cancer basically. But they were really adorable. It's not like a oh, I'm sad. It was good, happy memories. They were great dogs. They were very loud and very noisy and barked a lot, especially
That's okay.
at night.
They sound nice.
6 a.m. in the morning. They would wake my parents up a lot apparently because I sleep like a rock and they do not. And then yeah, we recently fostered a kitten. That was amazing. We had her for like 3 months.
I feel like fostering works really well for you guys because if you guys travel, then it's probably difficult to have like dedicated pets. But yeah, fostering's like perfect because then like
that's the only reason we don't is my parents want to travel. And I'm like, no, I want a companion. But we fostered a very cute kitten. Oh, I should send you a picture of her. She was adorable.
Honestly, I feel like... So this is going to sound really boomerish, but like, when I was a kid, I was really upset at parents who wouldn't let their kids have pets, and I was like, oh, their parents are so mean. But unfortunately, now that I'm old, I kind of understand the parents, because, like, if you have a kid who's like a 14-year-old, and they're like, I want a dog. I really want a dog. I'll take care of it. You know, I'll clean it up after it. I'll walk it and stuff. Like, even if even if the kid is the most responsible kid ever and they actually walk the dog, which is usually not what happens, usually the parents have to take care of the dog. Like, even if the kid's really responsible, guess what? The kid's gonna go to college and move out of the house in 4 years. And then the parents still have to take care of the dog. It's not like you could take your dog to college, yeah. So it's like, or like, if you do, it's insanely difficult. So like...
I'm trying to find places that I can take a snake.
You can take snake to some colleges. My school actually had my college that I went to actually had like a ecology house, I think it was called, and you were allowed to have like snakes and frogs and lizards there.
Oh wow. I don't have time to move these.
It was only like a specific dorm though that you were allowed to have them.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have a cat or a dog in it. You had to it was to be like caged animals only. Yeah,
people are more afraid of like snakes and spiders and stuff, but then they're also switched because they're much easier to take care of than dogs or cats. So it's much easier for colleges to be like, okay, you can keep a snake in a cage where it's never gonna move or stink up the entire place or like pee on the carpet.
I do know people who did like hide animals like in their dorms, which is really funny actually, because like during fire drills, like the fire people can like sometimes come through your rooms and look through your rooms, like because they have to like check to see that there's no, they have to like do the drill, right? So they have to look at everybody's rooms. And so, like, some people, like, during fire drills, they would come out and they'd be, like, carrying their, like, rabbit or something, like, their illegal rabbit that they had. Or, like, an illegal mouse.
People keep rabbits? That's insane. Wow. Somebody got very attached to carrots.
I do have to say, like, yeah, it was pretty funny. Or hedgehog. I remember somebody I specifically knew had a hedgehog, and they had to, like, bring their hedgehog under their jacket every time there's a fire drill.
That must have hurt so much.
I mean, hedgehogs aren't... It's porcupines, I think, that are really bad. Hedgehogs aren't so bad to hold.
Yeah. I've pet a hedgehog once, and I think as long as you pet them the right way,
yeah, you just have to hold them and pet them, like, gentle.
Gently.
Yeah, gentle like hamburger.
Gentle like hamburger.
Exactly!
Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
More questions. Yes, give us more questions. We need talking subjects. I'm not great at this.
Wing Fury asked about, like, upgrading from Pro to EX. Okay, so I don't have EX, I just have Pro, and I've considered upgrading to EX, but I decided not to, because, in my opinion, EX is only worth it if either, one, you have a comic. So if you have a comic, or if you're working on a manga, then EX is definitely worth it because it has a lot of tools that allows you to organize your pages and, like, export multiple pages at a time and stuff. But I don't have, like, a serialized comic, so it's not worth it for me. And the second reason that you might get it is because if you decide to do animation in Clip Studio, I do my animation mostly in Procreate, or if I'm tweening, then I do it in Adobe After Effects. But if I decide to do, like, frame-by-frame animation, then I could look into getting Clip Studio EX, because I think Clip Studio EX does do some pretty nice animation, but you get a lot more frames. Like, I think you're limited to, like, 24 frames or something if you use Pro, whereas EX has, like, a lot more that you can use. So yeah, that'd be my recommendation. If you want to use it for animation, then upgrade to EX.
We just got another super chat, by the way. Thank you, Trico.
Oh, thank you again, Trico. You're so nice. And you're always at all the streams, too.
This is great. That sounds like a Pokemon class, by the way. Did I mention that? Pro and then
class?
EX.
Oh,
EX,
yeah, EX, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody, Cove wants to know how we can get into PPAU, which is a very hard question.
So I don't understand why Cove is asking this question, because Cove's already in PPAU.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's probably a good one to answer.
But yeah, so if you want to join PPAU, you have to, first of all, you have to have Discord, and you need to have a DeviantArt account. You don't have to use your DeviantArt account very much, you just have to have one, because that's where we do all our record keeping. And then you also have to be older than 13, or 13, you have to be 13 or older, because it does have, like, things like swearing and, like, violence in the roleplays and things like that.
Especially in the main server.
Yeah, so you can go to the Pyrapentala main page, and there's, like, a how to join page that will basically tell you how to join. But you basically have to create a character and, like, complete the form and stuff. It's closed for the most part. I think it's opening in 1 week or something. Yeah, it's opening in 1 week, and then after that it'll be closed for the rest of the year.
It is, yeah, because to give you guys a break, I'm going to post it in the chat so you guys can see that on DeviantArt. We posted at the same time.
Oh, did we? Uh-oh.
Yep. Exactly. I just grabbed it from the server. I'm not that fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot your other part of the question was how we got into the dedication of book 14. So for that, I can only guess, but I can't say for sure because Tui decided to put us in the dedication. She didn't tell us at all about it until we suddenly saw it one day.
That must have been insane.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Like, basically, like, I woke up to, like, 5 pangs of people, like, in the server being, oh my god, look, oh my god. And a lot of people were, like, they weren't sure if it was real at first.
Yeah, I bet there was, like, a ton of stuff about it being a joke. That's really cool, though. I've heard a theory of its... Well, I mean, I know how she got introduced to PBAU was when you guys saw her in an event and gave her the Zine, which looks really cool, by the way.
That's interesting you call it Zine instead of Zine.
Zine? Oh, it's pronounced Zine.
Well, because it's like magazine, right? You don't say magazine.
I learn new things every day.
Do you say magazine?
No, I just never thought. I just never made that correlation because I have negative IQ points.
No.
I got the... Speaking of zines, I don't know. Zine? Is it zine? I'm just gonna say Zine. I got the Destiny fanzine recently. That was amazing.
Yes, I'm so. I haven't gotten mine yet. Apparently, mine bounced. It bounced all the way back to
really?
Australia. I'm not to have. I'm
Oh
sad.
my god.
So, like, at least I know where my copy is. I'm glad my copy isn't in limbo. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get mine. Because apparently mine's like dummy thick with 2 C's.
Oh my god.
And like, because I got like a bunch of them, so I could raffle them off to my watchers for free.
Ooh. That sounds fun. Yeah, mine is not. You're on the first page though, which is super cool, and then the art is incredible.
I know, everybody did a really amazing job. Everyone, like, I feel like everybody who participated really brought their A game.
Yeah, it was super good. The backgrounds and stuff was amazing. Let's see what else to talk about. Oh yeah, how was it to get 1 million views?
Oh, that was super funny. I definitely did not expect that to happen, but you know what? I'll take it.
Welcome to YouTube.
I'm honestly just kind of glad that the More map got to 1 million before my thing did, because like it would have been really awkward if like my crappy meme got 1 million views before like a really nice map that people, like an entire group of people worked really hard on.
I feel like I might get flamed for this. I've never seen that map. Although I don't particularly watch Wings of Fire content in general, so I only have a few YouTubers who I watch. So like Sheepy, you, and then Blue Jay, basically. So, not much.
Wait, you know,
and then
I'm pretty sure the More map is Blue Jay's map, so...
Okay, maybe not that
yes, this is completely...
Okay, well, maybe not too much Blue Jay. I don't generally watch Wings of Fire content.
That's fair.
It's also
I wonder, like, actually how... You've kept up with the books, so...
I have. Very, very much. Oh god. Well, I got book 14 late this year, though.
I know, but you still read it. There's a lot of people who haven't even read it.
Ha! Gasp. How dare they? This is an insult.
Dude, there's like people in PBA who haven't even read the books at all. There's just like, they just go in the wiki and they read the spoilers to keep up with the lingo.
Read the whole wiki. We just got another super chat, my god.
Aw, thank you, White Wolf. You've been so kind to me lately.
Everyone has. It's so awesome.
Look, he shouted you out too,
and we got
Storm.
another one. Yes, he did. I feel so happy. Life goals accomplished.
Thank you, Sunbeam.
We got another one, by the way. That's so cool. This is gonna turn into the last stream because I know you got like a crap ton of them, which was.
Well, I think admittedly for the last one it was like 20K, so people were going all out.
My god, there's another one. Are you sure? Because we just got a fourth. That's
Look, Alolan Trico is striking again. Uh-oh. They made a competition.
Oh no. This is.
I have to say though, if Andrew comes back, everybody's gonna be wrecked.
Andrew? Who's Andrew?
Andrew's he like came into one stream. It's funny because like I've never seen him before, but I guess he must follow me quietly because he came into a stream once and gave a $200 super chat and then just like vanished into the night. It was incredible, actually.
You should set up a donation link because I know that YouTube doesn't give creators most of the super chat.
It doesn't. Right? It's actually pretty cruel. Like, I gotta say, okay, yeah, so the guy who gave me the $200 super chat, I actually got like $140 of that money, which is like really, really sad, honestly. I mean, like, it was extremely kind of him. I'm not saying it was extremely kind. Like, anybody who's giving a super chat is extremely kind.
It's YouTube, not him.
But yeah, it's like YouTube is, I should probably make a coffee account for like people to give like. I don't know what they are, but it's just like basically a little tip giving account. The thing is like I know a lot of my followers are kids, and so like I completely understand that like they might not be able to give anything, which like which is completely okay.
Let's see, Bio and Storm. If there were a fourth arc, what do you think it would be about, and who would you want the protagonist to be? You gonna go first?
I want the protagonist to be the like next generation. So like Peacemaker, Cliff, Auklet, and Bumblebee, and I guess Mink.
Mink, yeah. You drew 4 of them recently.
Yeah, I did. That was actually one of the things I was gonna work on today.
Ooh, fun. Speaking of Queen Snowfall, here's her daughter.
Daughter? Whoa.
No, wait.
Little
Wait.
sister.
Okay, I'm sleep deprived. We don't talk about that one. Sister, younger sister. I don't know. Snowfall seems so old compared to Mink, even though there's only like a 4 or 5
I think it's because she
difference. I think
acts
that
like
goes-
old.
Yeah.
But she's
I guess
actually
it
only
just
like
goes-
6, apparently.
She didn't act old in the beginning of the book, but I guess she did mature a lot towards the end of book 14. So that was fun. Let's see. Another one. I would like to be Cliff as well. Yes. What are your theories on the Breath of Evil? You kind of talked about in your...
Yeah,
that
I'd
in your
say,
old
like,
video.
look at my theory video, because I posted a theory video recently that really goes into that.
It'll be more cohesive than us rambling on Livestream, too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite Wings of Fire canon ship? Well, mine is Window.
Window's really good. I think Window or Sundew X Willow is, like, one of my favorites. I still am a really big fan of Darkstalker and Clearsight. Like, obviously, yes, I know it didn't end up being healthy, but, like, them in their early days was super cute.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that one. He was a little bit manipulative towards the end of that.
Oh, he's absolutely was terrible at the end, but, like, when they were starting out, I feel that, like, they were really cute.
They were.
And I like to hope that Clearsight and Sunstreak were good as well. I really like Clearsight in general, so.
Yeah, Clearsight was super cool the way that she got written. Do you have any other book 15 theories than the one you said in the video? I feel like no.
I'm not. I'd have to think, honestly.
Or like minor theories, like minuscule ones.
Okay, I do think I have an anti-theory that people keep on talking about this like tree that Cricket has grown in her terrarium at school. I think that this will never be. I don't think this is relevant at all. A lot of people are really into that theory that like the cure is going to be that tree, but
Really?
I actually don't think that it's like at all relevant. I think it's just a little detail that Tui put in because it was cool to like show that Cricket's a good person.
Yeah. I've never heard that theory at all, so... I mean, I'm not the best person to ask about stuff like that either, because I don't follow...
I was gonna say, you just self-proclaimed I don't follow Wings of Fire content.
I'm not doing well today, am I? I'm a bit contradicting. Let's see, have you made a fan tribe before? I'm pretty sure that's a no.
No, I talked about it in one of my personal videos, so like if you look at my BioBabble series, like I answered a bunch of like Wings of Fire questions. And, like, one of the questions was if I made a fan tribe, and I feel like you need a lot of dedication and creativity to make a fan tribe, which I have already poured into PBAU, basically, so I would basically need to quit PBAU, I think, to make a fan tribe. Because, like, if you look at, for example, like, Fizzy has put so much work into their world and their fan tribes, like, Fizzy, I think, said that they, like, took, what, like, 6 years to make their fan tribes and, like, develop them into how they are today. So,
Wow.
like, I think it needs a lot of, like, thought and dedication that I just don't have the time to give, unfortunately.
That's insane. I'm gonna act like I know who that is.
They're just another, like, dragon YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm uneducated. Let's see, another one. Yeah, Bio doesn't have a Discord server because... same thing, doesn't have enough time.
Yeah, I don't, exactly. I don't have a Discord server because I have... PBAU, I feel like, is kind of a Discord server, but I try not to let it be about me because, like, it's supposed to be for everyone. Exactly, yeah. I don't really want it to be, like, just, like, a, ooh, Bio fan server. It's supposed to be more about the group.
Let's see.
But that's definitely the server I talk the most in, that I'm the most active in.
Oh, yeah. Wait, the landing server or the main
No,
server?
no, the main server. That's what I mean. The landing server is only, like, an extension of the main server.
Yeah.
It's not...
I'm a mortal stuck on the landing server still, but not for long.
Not for long.
People are saying cheese wings in the chat. I've never heard of. Is that
Oh
a
yeah, it
real
was like
thing?
a joke that some people made on a stream of mine beforehand. But I think the cheese wings are more made by my fans than like made by myself.
It's like a fan tribe.
Yeah.
Let's see. In your video, you say that humans could have created the breath of evil. Do you think animus humans exist?
Okay, this is what I really want. So like, I know that there's this. Okay, so before book 14, I was really, really hoping that Jerboa actually wasn't the one who had destroyed Animus Magic. Oh yeah, I guess like major spoilers here. Sorry, people.
Oh,
I probably
wow.
shouldn't have just like said that.
Casually
Okay,
threw
major
that one.
spoilers for book 14. Let's say it now.
Said it. You already said it. You can't stop it now.
Yeah, I can't stop it now. So like, okay, so originally before book 14 happened, I know that Tui put in this hint that Jerboa destroyed Animus Magic, and unfortunately the hint came true, and that's what happened. But my personal theory was that, or like, my theory was that like Jerboa hadn't just like canceled Animus Magic. It was more so that like she like made it more distributed. So like what I was really hoping is that she canceled Animus Magic, but in the sense of like making everybody a weak Animus. So then like it would make it so that all dragons have limited Animus Magic. That's actually like they have to like, you know, train and learn to like do, and they can like do like little spells, but if they like work and train, then they can have like more advanced spells. Like I thought that would be really interesting and a much more balanced system than the current Animus Magic system, where like one dragon can just destroy the world if they want to.
It's like, oh, Animus Magic, you have unlimited power to do anything you want.
So yeah, like what I really wanted was, like, what I was really hoping actually was that the dragons would go to, thanks White Wolf. Yeah, so like what I was really hoping was that the dragons would go to Pentala and that they would like learn about the humans' magic, and then they would like be able to learn about magic from the humans. But I guess that was kind of a far-fetched theory though, because Tui already kind of talked about how like she wanted to get away from Animus Magic because Animus Magic was like so major. And I know Trico and White Wolf are like on fire tonight.
What is happening? Okay, keep going.
But yeah, so yeah, so like I was hoping like that would be the plot line, because like I guess I know like other people really don't like Animus Magic, but I love magic in general. Like magic's always like my favorite thing in D&D and stuff. So I was really hoping that it would be like that, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it. I think that like Tui just took away Animus Magic, unfortunately, so that they couldn't just like press a button and fix everything automatically.
I feel like that was precisely planned to get rid of the, oh, we can just immediately find the Breath of Evil with Animus Magic.
Well, yeah, I feel like, so in book 14, like Sundew literally, like she says, like you could just fix everything immediately. Why don't you do that?
Yeah.
So now that they've actually stated that in the book, it's like, she can't go, like, you can't go back. You can't go back anymore.
Exactly. There's no turning back from this. You're drawing very relevant things. You're drawing Queen Snowfall for this, so. What is this drawing?
It's just a random Queen Snowfall. I wanted to draw it for, like, t-shirts and stuff, but, I originally wanted to draw it for the release of book 14, but, like, life got in the way.
Hold up, I'm gonna just post your Red Bull real quick, because you do merchandise, don't you?
I do, yes. I do have a lot of merch. I would like to branch out into other types of merch, not just Wings of Fire, but yes.
Let's see. Yeah, you have a whole merch store. You can get it on shower curtains. You can get it on anything. Red Velvet is kind of crazy. Let's see. What else? Who is your favorite character from each tribe? We have to name 10 characters?
From each tribe? Oh my god, yeah, I can barely even think of that many characters.
Do you want me to go first then?
Oh my god, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Leafwings, Sundew. Possibly Willow, but Sundew. Hivewings, Cricket, obviously. Silkwings, half of this is just gonna be thinking.
I know, half of this is just gonna be like, let's just do the Pentala tribes only.
Okay, that's better. I feel better about that. No, wait, Hivewings, probably Bumblebee and Cricket. That's a tie. Because Bumblebee is adorable. Silkwings. You wanna go? You wanna go and I'll think of Silkwing?
For Leafwings, I think I like Sundew, but I actually like Mandrake a lot. I think actually Mandrake's my favorite. Cause like, he's like just a little sweet boy who likes his insects, and like, you know, he's getting like yelled at to like go fight. I don't know, I actually really liked him. A lot of people found him boring, but I liked him.
Yeah,
Hivewings, I feel there's like almost no Hivewing characters aside from Cricket, I feel like, in Bumblebee. So
If you're you mean you could always like Queen Wasp, you know, why not?
I guess that there's like
Lady-
what's her name? Lady Scarab? She's kinda
Lady did it
cool.
well. There's also
There's
Jewel.
Lady Scarab and Jewel, yeah. I don't okay,
And
Lady Scarab's like a
Mother.
trolly old lady, so I'm gonna pick her actually. And
There's
then-
also Katydid.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care about Katydid.
Oh, wow. That was... Jeez. Feels bad for Katydid. What did she do to make you hate her like
I don't know,
this?
she's just boring. Sorry. I don't
That was
actually
so
dislike
mean.
anyone, I just find them boring. That's like probably
Well,
the
I think-
worst thing actually I could say about a character is that they're boring.
The last thing we saw of Katydid was when she was like, "Oh, why do you need to know the truth?" So, I mean, I don't particularly like her either. Let's see. Okay, I'll go for Silkwings because I just came up with blue because, you know, I'm creative. I promise. Do you have a Silkwing?
I think Io is pretty cool. I like Io, and I don't know. Everyone says Luna doesn't have a personality, but I think Luna does have a personality. The only thing is I worry her personality might be really similar to Sundew.
That's interesting. I've never heard that comparison because, I mean, Sundew's kind of like just angry at everything, and Luna's just kind of.
Well,
I
she's
guess she
also
is angry at everything, isn't she? Yeah. She goes about it in a less violent way, though. I would say that, or a less likely to drop giant bugs on you way.
I don't know. She has flame still. She might be willing to burn down stuff.
Arson.
I guess we'll see when we get to see her point of view.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I guess the Minty says the last time we saw Katydid was when she was getting captured. Yeah. Oops. Last thing we saw when Cricket was interacting with Katydid was when she was like, "You don't need to know the truth." So, I mean, you know, she can get captured. I don't really care. Let's see. More questions. I'm trying not to look at the document that I made because I
You can
feel like
look
that's
at it
unfair.
if you don't see any
That's
questions.
true. That's true. I feel like all my questions are lame though. Oh yeah, don't you just wish you could have gotten the wasabi sushi? That's the best
No, I
one.
don't. I'm so glad
I
I
do.
didn't.
I'm really sad that you didn't. I don't know why more people didn't. vote
I'm
for
really
that.
thankful I did it because like I was really scared actually.
It's just like a a giant lump of it. It's not horrible.
I have to say that like literally anybody who is close to me basically picks the wasabi option. Like any person who is like my friends picked the wasabi option.
You just want to see you suffer.
Yeah, they just want to see the world burn. Me burn. They want to see
Exactly.
me burn.
Exactly. You want to see your mouth burn. How long have you been drawing for?
A very long time. I've been drawing since I was a little kid.
It's
So
100
like
years.
yeah, over like 14 years ago at least.
Not 100. Let's see. Someone is saying blueberries or strawberries. Which is your favorite?
Strawberries. I actually don't like blueberries.
What? How could you? I like them both. I guess if I had to pick one, is this just because you're biased towards Darkstalker?
What?
Although-
No. I okay, yeah, like alright, here's an example. I made chocolate coated strawberries for myself this week. Not blueberries.
I'm jealous now. Chocolate covered strawberries are amazing. What are your theories on the scorching, and which character? Okay, that's two questions in one. What are your theories on the scorching?
This is really hard because Tui basically has given no hints about it. What I will say is that I believe... So a lot of people think that humans were technologically advanced. And there's like this theory about like humans being like genetically creating the dragons and then the dragons turn against them and that's how
Ooh.
the... that's how the scorching happened. Like, I think that's like a really popular theory and I'm pretty sure that Tui confirmed that the humans started off in the Bronze Age, so... yeah, I don't believe in that theory, but honestly, I could totally see her just, like, changing her mind.
Yeah.
I guess we'll
just
see.
for
I'm
the
really
fun.
curious,
Right.
honestly. Like, I'm really excited for the story of the Scorching, because, like, I'm a huge sucker for, like, stories about the past, and, like, this is one of the reasons I really like Darkstalker Legends, is because, like, it's, like, a story about, like, the ancient past, and, like, a group of friends who had a huge impact on the world. So, like, I'm really excited for the Scorching because of that. I will say that, like, I really hope she puts something about the origin of animus magic in. And
Yeah,
if
definitely.
there is anything about the origin of animus magic, I do think that animus magic originated with the Ice Wings somehow.
It's interesting because they have the forbidden treasury, and they
Well,
were
it's
the
not
first
just the
tribe.
Forbidden Treasury, but it's the fact that, like, no other tribe has animi other than, like, the Ice Wings. The Night Wings got it from an Ice Wing, and there's, like, that really popular theory a while ago that, like, that Albatross is part Ice Wing, because, like, there's this whole description about how his, like, teeth are small, and he's, like, a
Oh
pale
wow.
bluish gray,
Yeah.
and, like, all the stuff, which is, like, Ice Wing hybrid coded. So I feel that, like, he is, like, part Ice Wing. Like, maybe a fourth Ice Wing or half Ice Wing, but I feel he's part Ice Wing. And so, like, the Animus gene came to the Sea Wings through him.
That is. I've never heard that.
Wait,
Although-
really? I thought it's so popular of a theory that I thought that everybody knew.
You're talking to me. I'm uncultured. I don't follow Wings of Fire stuff. Well, I mean, I read all the books. I just haven't been active in the fandom very much before this. Let's see. I had to choose. Which tribe do you both think has the most culture / history?
That's a really, really good question. I like that question a
Yes.
lot. And unfortunately,
Uh,
I would say spoilers for book 14 again. I would say the Ice Wings had the most culture
you
until,
remember?
until, like, everything got destroyed at the end.
Exactly. Tradition be gone. Although I do like that.
Or, like, I feel at least that the Ice Wings had the most unique and developed culture.
Yeah, they had a lot of traditions.
I also feel
That
the
weren't
Mud Wings have a pretty unique culture, but it's, like, not really developed at all, so... But the whole sibling thing is, like, really unique.
The sibling bonds.
Yeah.
It's like
The
what sets
sibling
them-
bonds and, like, the sort of, like, the way that they're raised, which is, like, by siblings, and that, like, parents don't really...
Yeah, the princes
aren't
leave
really
them.
involved. Like, I think that's pretty interesting. Okay, apparently somebody asked this question: how do Mudwing babies get names? Because if the mother isn't there when they hatch, like,
Yeah.
who names them? And apparently Tui does answer that question in the guide. She said that she would answer it in the guide, so I'm excited for that.
It's weird because I remember. No, because when we saw Clay's mother, his siblings weren't there. So.
Well, his siblings were there, like Reed and stuff. His siblings just weren't there with the mother.
Yeah, but they were kind of close, which is interesting.
I think they live in the same village, but they're not, like...
Yeah. Makes me wonder if they knew that Cattail was their mother and how they would know that.
I think they do know that, because the other dragons knew. I guess the dragons knew about the egg. They didn't know that Cattail was their mother.
And then she sold Clay for like 2 cows. That's a rip. Let's see. It says probably just the big wings name themselves and everyone else. Well, I guess we're gonna see. What do you think of the guide? Are you excited for the guide?
I'm super excited for the guide. I am more excited for the guide. No, I was really excited for book 14 actually, because I really like the Ice Wings. But I'm more excited for the guide than I was for book 11. Or sorry, I'm more excited for the guide than I was for book 12 or 13. Because I don't know, world building is really interesting to me, and like especially because people in PPAU are constantly asking questions that really should be for Tui, that she should be answering in the guide. So I'm really excited to see those get answered.
You'll finally have an easier job.
Like, I really want to know more about, like, tribe religions and, like, tribe traditions and practices. Like, I know Tui's making it like a story format instead of, like, a like, chart guidebook format, so I'm just really hoping the ball doesn't get dropped. Like, I want there to be a lot of details, basically. Like, I'm worried that it's gonna be more about the stories and the characters, which I feel bad because I know Tui cares way more about the stories and characters than she cares about the details, but I really want the details.
I think our whole thing is just character development, basically. Which is why every book has a different protagonist.
Yeah,
Or at least I remember saying that.
SB Prime is asking about if Luna and Blue can touch Peril because Peril's have fire scales. Tui's already directly confirmed that flame silks are only immune to their own fire. They are not immune to other fire, so they can still get burned by like a skywing flaming at them.
Really good question.
Oh, see, Alaska's like, oh god, no.
I just saw that.
Alaska, she said in the interview I had with her that like she's making it in the form of like a bunch of short stories, and like it's basically about like Starflight going to the other tribes and asking other dragons, because like he wants to like update the guide to the world of Wings of Fire. He wants to update the tribe guide, and so he goes around and asks people like stuff, and then it's like basically a collection of like short stories, which I feel like is not going to be
I think
it's not going to be what maybe everybody wants. That's
yeah, I feel like she also said there's gonna be notes from like the characters.
That's true, Shayna. Yeah, it could be that Starflight might be writing down like a list of things, which like God, I hope so.
Yeah, and I also think it's probably gonna be more appealing to the younger readers of Wings of Fire if she does it that way, versus like just having like 10 paragraphs of lore.
Well, the thing is I know that Tui doesn't really care that much about build. Like, she really cares about the characters the most, so.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, because, like, yeah, I just knew it was not in her personality to, like, write something without a bunch of dialogue and, like, stories.
Exactly. Let's see. Since Wasp is apparently under the Breath of Evil's control, do you believe that she could still be nice inside?
No, because in book 14, there's like a scene of like when Snowfall's inside her mind, and she's
Wait,
like,
book 14 spoilers, you forgot them.
Yeah, it's fine. They're all over this.
You've just given up at this point.
Well, I mean, you know, if somebody just joined the live stream, I guess.
It has been a while.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, it came out
spoilers.
March 3rd. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that she's, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I basically, yeah, I feel like she's like xenophobic and like not a good person. I don't think she's nice, even if she gets rid of the Breath of Evil control.
Yeah, because we can hear her thoughts and how she's kind of fighting with the plant and how.
Plus,
it's
like,
in her mind.
She was already like, if you think about it, so like in book 13, they already talk about how like Hawthorne like. She was like trying to like fight with the like she was trying to fight with the Leafwings, right? And they had like a truce gathering. They had like a truce dinner. So like obviously she was already trying to wage war on the Leafwings even before she was infected by the Breath of Evil. So like obviously she can't be that great.
Yeah, because I do remember them. I read that recently, actually. I think more recently than book 14. And I do remember, well, that's also when they poisoned her, so, you know, good job, Leafwings, that really went well. But yeah, I wonder how she found out about the Breath of Evil, like, being inside her. Maybe it told her. That's kind of
maybe. I have no idea. I guess we'll probably find out more about how it works.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what's going on in that giant hole to the middle of the planet in the, in the gorge. Let's see. Do you think Peril is immune to Flame Silk or not?
I do think she's immune because she says she's immune to fire.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Are you excited for the attention that the TV show will most likely bring to the community? Or are you more scared that new people will start to forget about the books?
Can I be both? Can I be scared and excited?
Like, this is gonna be terrifying, but also, yes!
I think, like, the attention, it'll be pretty cool to see the fandom explode, but I'm also worried that we might get some, like, very toxic people, like, so if the series, like, what if the series becomes as popular as, say, you know, like, My Little Pony, for example, like, that fandom has some, like, pretty, okay, that fandom has amazing people, like, who make amazing content, and it'll be wonderful to see all these, like, creative new people come to the fandom. But there's also some people in the My Little Pony fandom who are, like, really crappy people. And, like, I don't want that in the Wings of Fire fandom. So, yeah, we'll see. Like, especially because, like, I mean, if you think about, like, there's some people who harass the creator of My Little Pony. Like, I think her name's Lauren Faust, the person who created the most recent season. Like, there's, like, she was literally, like, harassed so badly by like fans of the show, which is just horrible. So, and I don't think Tui would handle that very well, like that type of harassment.
Yeah,
so.
probably not. Although she does say she doesn't really use social media at all.
Yeah, but like these are people who are so dedicated that they go to conventions to like harass the person, like the creator in person. Like that's what I mean. Like the TV show will extend the reach so far that like really awful people will like come into the fandom. So like I don't know though, because like I guess I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender doesn't really have a toxic fandom, so we just would have to hope basically.
It could happen.
And I know Avatar: The Last Airbender is super popular.
Yeah, oh, it really is. My sister got obsessed recently, so that's how you know it's a trend.
It's really good. Like I really love Avatar, and I know that like Tui was kind of hoping that the Wings of Fire series would be a bit similar to Dragon Prince, so.
I've never seen either of those, so I mean I wouldn't.
They're both made by the same studio, I think.
Is it? So what's Wings of Fire getting made by? Is it Warner Bros?
It's made by Warner Bros, and it'll be debuted on Netflix, I think. And I think they said it will be like 10 episodes. 10 episodes, 40 minutes each, and it will be in 3D.
Oh, they said 3D? I forgot.
There are, they didn't explicitly come out and say there would be 3D, but Warner Bros put out a bunch of job, like, ads, basically, for like they put out a animation lead ad, and the animation lead application said like you need to have 3D experience, and they put out like an assets development application that also said like you need to have experience in like Blender, Maya, and other 3D stuff. So like almost 100. I would bet $1,000 it's going to be 3D.
Not obvious at all. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Because every single application they've put out for the Wings of Fire show is like says that you need 3D skills.
It was for Wings of Fire?
Yeah. There was a job, like there are multiple job offers posted by Warner Bros. For the Wings of Fire show saying you need 3D asset skills.
Huh. I have never seen that. Let's see. More questions.
I can probably find it.
Yeah, you should find it. I've never seen that. I don't know on social media, though. Let's see.
I'm sure that somebody else talked about it on YouTube at a time.
Oh, yeah, probably. I'm going to pick one of my questions now. Hopefully not related to you.
Oh, wait, I won't be able to find it on this stream because... Oh, wait, maybe here it is. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I found it. It says they want a 3D animation lead for Wings of Fire. It's pretty clear.
I wonder what that could mean. I'm really excited for the show because, well, I'm finally going to get to see the characters animated for like longer than a couple minutes, so that's going to be really insane.
I will say it'll be interesting to see how many people continue to draw the old designs, or if everybody will switch to the new designs once the show comes out.
Yeah, that's true. I hope they don't mess it up really badly. Let's see. Do you think Jerbo's secret of breaking Anno's magic will get out?
No, I don't think they're going to care about it anymore, unfortunately. I think that was just put in so that like we could learn and then just be done with it. It might get out. It might get out. I could see it getting out in the last season, or sorry, in the next arc, in like arc 4. I could see it getting out as like a plot point.
Got Netflix on the mind.
I know, we started talking about TV, so.
Exactly. Let's see. I hope it doesn't look too much like a kid's show. Yeah, I'm also wondering what they're gonna do about that, because there's some very gory parts in it.
It definitely says that they're going to like make it for all ages, quote quote. So I think that what's going to happen, I think it's going to be basically like TV 7 maybe. If it were TV PG or PG-13, that'd be amazing. But I think it's going to be TV 7 at most TV PG. But it's probably going to be about as violent as Dragon Prince is.
I've also never seen that, so I should go watch that. Is it good?
It's a little corny at times, but I think the first season's like okay, and then it gets a lot better in the other seasons, in my personal opinion.
Huh. Let's see. What kind of villains do you both prefer? ones without much of a backstory, like Queen Scarlet, or ones that you could feel sorry for, like Darkstalker? Well, I know which one you're gonna pick.
I mean, I like both. I don't know, like, okay, yes, I prefer morally gray villains like Darkstalker with like a backstory because I just think they're more complex and interesting. Like, anything, I prefer anything with a backstory. However, I love Queen Scarlet and she's hilarious, and I do love that she's just like crazy and really, really funny.
I wonder who they're gonna get to voice her in the TV show. That'll be fun.
I hope that the person who voices Azula from, again, I know you haven't watched it, but there's like this crazy girl in Avatar: The Last Airbender named Azula, and like I really hope that whoever voiced Azula will voice Scarlet, because I loved Azula's performance.
Let's see. I wish I could be like, oh yeah, I know who that is, but I'm uncultured.
Yeah, sorry.
It's
You're
okay.
just living under a rock, I guess.
Yep, that's me. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good question. If you had to eradicate all but one tribe, which would you leave alive to maintain the best storyline?
The best storyline or the best, like, world?
The question is best storyline. Yeah, best story is the actual question.
Well, considering that the Nightwings have driven every single storyline in both arcs, I would say the Nightwings.
That's true.
Like, if you think about it, the Nightwings, like, basically, like, manipulated the whole war so it would list for, like, continue for 20 years and had the whole plot of taking over the Rain Kingdom. So they basically were the main reason for the first arc storyline. The second arc storyline is about Darkstalker, who's a Nightwing. Or, like, yeah, he's a Nightwing dominant dragon, grew up in the Night Kingdom, and is, like, a mostly Nightwing hybrid. And then the next arc has to do with, like, a huge portion of it has to do with Clearsight, who's also a Nightwing. So, like,
exactly.
Nightwing is our huge driving force in every single arc. So, like, I think they're the most important overall for the story.
This is not helping my every character I have is at least part Nightwing. Because the one I'm making for PvAU right now is a Leaf/Nightwing, and then my Sona is a C/Nightwing. I don't know why. I just like because we just got another super chat.
Oh.
People, you are crazy.
Corn. Corn's good. Corn's yummy.
Corn is delicious.
Especially
Corn
with
is
butter and salt.
amazing. Yes. Corn is good. Do you eat it on the cob or do you eat it like...
I like it on the cob. But, I mean, I would eat it not on the cob, too. It's just yummy.
I like both. I think I probably prefer it on the cob, but it's annoying because it has all those little strings and stuff.
Also, please tell your friend not to worry about not being on the stream. Like, I obviously am really thankful when people come to stream, but it's, like, not, you know, your health is definitely more important, and your life is more important.
Nobody's going to be, like, disappointed if you don't attend their live streams or watch all their content, because people will always have their own lives and priorities that come first, so you got to make sure to take care of yourself before you spend time on other people. And we just got another super chat. What is happening?
I feel like Alola Trico is like just trying to match everybody.
We're doing it for the memes.
It's really impressive, I have to say.
It's so great. Yes, thank you, Trico. Let's see. More questions. If you were oh, that's an interesting one. If you were a Leafwing and Arc 3 ended, would you be willing to live alongside Silkwing/Hivewings? Or, would you be willing to live alongside Silkwing/Hivewings?
Personally, the Silkwings, yes, because I think that being scared of, like, standing up to people is, like, acceptable. Like, sure, obviously, like, we want people to be brave and you want to be able to stand up to oppressors, but, you know, like, not everybody has the mental strength to do that, and not everybody, like, is that kind of person. So, like, I would definitely forgive the Silkwings for, like, not fighting against the Hivewings. The Hivewings, I think, is another story because, like, they touch on this very, very briefly, I think, in both 13 from, like, Sunday's point of view and Cricket's point of view, but it's like the Hivewings, even if not all, even if like it's not really the Hive Wing's fault what Queen Wasp is doing, they're still kind of just like letting it happen, and they just kind of like let this like genocide happen. So I think it would depend. Like, I don't know exactly how dragon generations work, so I don't know if most of the Hive Wings who participated in the Tree Wars are still alive, or if they're mostly dead now. I think, like, if they're mostly dead now, then I would be able to be okay with it, because, like, I don't think that somebody should be punished for, like, something their ancestors did. But, if it's, like, if still a lot of the, like, really angry and, like, hateful dragons from the Tree Wars are still around, I think I would just, like, be like, I'm gonna just peace and continue to live in the Leaf Kingdom, because, yeah, I don't want to be, like, around that.
Also, we just got another super chat.
Oh, thank you, Water Lily. Wow, people are being so nice.
Get another sushi roll with all these. Should do another poll. Oh my!
Alolan Trico strikes again.
I think that's coming back. Round what, like 6 or 7 or 8?
I have to say, I think like Alolan is responsible for like probably half the super chats.
Oh, definitely. Let's see. This is insane. You're definitely gonna have to do another poll for sushi. In the next few days.
Maybe, we'll see. I don't want to spend all my savings on sushi, as tempting as that is.
Exactly. Oh god. Let's see, more questions. I have to scroll up and find them because people are just going crazy over the quick chats. What is your favorite Wings of Fire crack ship, other than Quinter, of course?
Crack ship? I don't really, like, think about crack ships very much, so it's hard for me to think about.
See, Alaska. Alaska wants the wasabi
See, I'm
one
telling
as well.
you, all of my friends pick the meanest option. The closer to me somebody is, the more likely they are to pick the wasabi and make me cry.
But the wasabi one's the best one. The fact that you weren't man enough to do it initially. Yeah. Shaking my head.
Hey, at least I was man enough to put it on my, like, my poll list.
Hey,
like,
you should just pick.
You know, like, my boyfriend told me, like, why'd you even put it there? Because now it gives people the option to torment you. And I was like, well, yeah, they want to torment me. That's part of the entertainment.
I think it was, like, the second most picked option. So.
It was.
We just want to see you suffer. Exactly. See, Alaska and me, we have the same mindset.
You do.
We love chaos. Oh my god. It's number what, like 10? Number 10.
Oh my gosh, like, thanks, White Wolf. Okay, White Wolf and Trico are officially in a competition, I think.
And yes, look, he said, yes, Bio, get the wasabi. See? You have to now.
No.
You are required. You are required to get it now.
I'll die.
Yes. You have to get the wasabi. Oh, yep, there goes Trico again. Thank you, Trico and White Wolf.
Guys, don't go broke though, seriously. You're very nice, but do not go broke over super chatting
fights. It's not a good life choice. It is not a good life choice. Would not recommend. We have no
I also have
questions.
to ask, I'm kind of curious, like, I noticed the Alolan Trico always donates exactly $2.79. I'm wondering if there's, like, a special meaning behind that.
I wonder, is it, like, the default option or something? Let me try. No, it's not. The default is 5. Huh. I wish I could.
I wonder if it's, like, I don't know, because it says that it's, like, it's in CAD, too, so it's not, like, or, like, Canadian dollars, so it's not like it's, like, auto-converting to United States dollars.
Do you think any of the team sent to Pantala? I don't know how to pronounce it. Do you pronounce it Pantala or Pantala? Okay. Do you think any of the team sent to Pantala will die?
That would be cool. To kill off the Mudwing.
Wow. Okay. Jeez, you love violence.
Just because I have a friend who really likes Mudwings and I want to see her cry.
Wow, that's not very nice.
Alaska knows who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mal.
Let's see. I've never heard of them, so yep.
She's come on to this before.
Oh, really?
She's come on to my stream. She does
Is that
occasionally.
one of the chaos streams with 3 people?
She hasn't. I think she has been on my stream, like, actually talking once, but mostly she just comes to the chat and, like, trolls me a lot.
Oh, as a mod. Oh, okay. Let's see. Do you think that Sundew and Willow will have a good ending? Or do you think that when Sundew is caught by the breath of evil, Willow won't forgive her? I don't know why she
I don't know why
forgive her.
Willow wouldn't forgive her. Yes, I'm almost 100% sure they'll have a good ending. We would not kill off a character that major. Especially because, like, Sundew and Willow are, like, kind of important for, like, LGBT representation, and, like, Tui isn't going to pull the move of, like, killing off the lesbians. Like, that just... I think she's gonna know that doesn't look good.
Yeah, and I don't think Willow's also gonna be like, how dare you get mind controlled against your will?
Exactly. Like, that's kind of like... I don't know.
How could you?
Yeah.
It's not very nice. Let's see. Would you run away from Pantala to live with the Dragonets of Destiny or stay there and be controlled? If you're talking about Hive Wings, I think they can be controlled from anywhere, although we don't really know.
Yeah, I think they can be controlled from anywhere. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, which is kind of concerning, because that's a bit of a big range, but we also don't really know how the Breath of Evil works, so...
To Ellie's question, if I couldn't be mind controlled, I would try to pretend that I could, and just, like, not... Yeah, I would be like, I would hide it for sure, yeah.
I was gonna say, I would just hide in a cupboard every
Especially
time.
because, like, Cricket saw that a dragon who wasn't controlled, like, got dragged away sketchily, so...
Yeah. I would probably not try and pretend like I knew what I was doing. Because I feel like, because one misstep and everyone's gonna instantly know.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not controlled.
That's true, actually.
Let's see. I would just hide. I would just hide the coward's choice. Let's see.
Let's see if we can go to some, like, non-Wings of Fire questions. Because, like, I know that a lot of my fans are Wings of Fire, into Wings of Fire, but I'm sure that there's also people who are, like, not as into Wings of Fire, and they might want to have questions as well. If you have any non-Wings of Fire questions, Storm, you can ask them too.
Oh, the only one I have on my doc is just, how do you manage doing YouTube, running PBAU, practicing your art skills, and getting a PhD? All while taking care of yourself. No, that's so sad.
No, okay, that's my joke answer. Honestly, this is gonna sound very bad, but I feel that my, I feel like that what I do is I just do all those things badly. So, like, I feel like if I focused on any of those things, then I would, like, be really good at it. But because I'm doing so many things, I'm, like, just really behind on a lot of things in general. So, like, for example, with my PhD, like, if I worked harder, I could probably be graduating. Well, I've had a lot of, like, difficulties with my PhD because I just switched labs, and, like, for anybody who knows anything about a PhD, switching labs is, like, super bad because, like, you're supposed to be working on, like, a big project, and it usually takes out 5 years. But, like, if you have to switch labs, then you basically have to start your project all over again. So, like, it's super bad because, like, usually that means you have to, like, take another 5 years. So I'm trying to, like, accelerate and, like, not take 5 years again. But, like, the coronavirus did not help that.
COVID, yeah.
But, yeah, I could probably be, like, finishing, like, a lot faster if I, like, worked on it, like, a lot more and, like, focused a lot more, but I'm also in a lot of things. And then, like, with PBAU, it's, like, for example, I have a lot of, like, applications that are backed up right now, so I could probably finish those if I, like, focused on it, but I'm also focusing on, like, artwork and stuff, too.
Yeah, I think you're doing a pretty good job. You might not think that.
Yeah, with artwork, like, maybe I could be posting, like, a video a week if I, like, focused a lot on my YouTube channel and my artwork, but, like, I also am doing a lot of other things, so, yeah. Basically, I feel like it might look good, but I feel like I could do a lot more if I focused on one thing. I don't know. But maybe that's just me beating myself up too much.
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty well. I mean, you just hit 20,000. Your video just hit 1 million views.
But I think that's just because, like, I've been chugging along over time, not because I put in, like, consistent effort every week.
Let's agree to disagree on that one. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Alaska said, how's James a while back?
Oh, yeah. So James is my boyfriend. He's actually, like, playing board games with a friend right now, so he's not here. We both have our vaccines, so we're both, like, free now.
Lucky. I had to get mine, like, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, at least you've got one. That's good.
Not like 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 1 week ago tomorrow. Yeah.
So, like, was that your second dose then, or just your first dose? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all the kids had to wait a really long time.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's one benefit of being old, is that you could get your vaccine.
The only benefit of being a boomer.
But you know, it's funny because, like, I wanted to get my vaccine so I could, like, travel. But then, like, everybody started getting it, and now everybody's traveling, and now there's, like, way too many people traveling, and I'm like, never mind.
And now there's COVID when you're traveling.
I'm traveling a lot in September, so we'll see then.
I'm actually traveling soon, too. I'm going to New Mexico on a 2-week hiking trip, and that's gonna be
that should be fun.
Insane. Yeah, except I'm gonna die. Because we start at like 8,000 feet, and the highest point is 12,000 feet. And
I would die.
It's also a 50-mile hiking trip, so it's like 53 miles.
That's crazy.
So I
would actually die.
About 30 pounds. And I'm also going to be taking like 10 pounds of camera equipment with me, so, you know, yay. Just because I like to make myself suffer. It's gonna be wild. And then, yeah, let's see. Give us more non-Wings of Fire questions. About our personal lives, yes. Let's see.
Derek, I'm like looking at the screen every now and then, so I'm reading some of them but not all of them.
She's like lurking. That's what I do usually on streams. When I'm not chatting. Let's see. Yeah, I read them most of the time. If not all the time, because I have my monitor just up on the stream, and then my Discord's on the second monitor, so...
Yeah, I'm looking at my drawing most of the time, so I can't really be, like, looking at questions.
Yeah, I gotta focus to make that art so amazing.
This is something that I actually noticed. I noticed that sometimes content creators will have so many, like, questions and PMs and, like, emails and stuff that they have to take time to answer those, and then they can't even do the thing that people would like to know for, which is creating.
They won't get time to do the content anymore.
So, like, that's why, like, yeah, I can't really look at the chat too much, because then I wouldn't really be able to be drawing, which is, like, the whole point of this.
Yeah, although
some people don't come for the chatting, some people just come for the drawing.
Yeah, and the music. I come for the music usually. It's fun. I just have it on in the background or on my second monitor, and I'm just playing video games. Except for last stream, because I was working. Because I've been working so much lately.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, it's good, because I get money, because I need money, because I just spent way too much on an e-scooter.
Why did you buy an e-scooter? What are you going to do with it?
Speed. It goes fast.
Are you going to ride it to school, at least?
I am. I'm going to ride it to school every day, and I'm also going to take the train. So that's going to be really, really fun. And I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Acceptable.
I ordered it like a month ago. Oh, it's way overkill. It has like a 40-mile range, and my commute's like 2 miles outside of the train ride.
What do you mean by like a 40-mile range? Like, you mean it only holds enough gas for 40 miles?
Well, you see, it's not gas. It's an e-scooter.
Okay, so it has enough of a charge for 40 miles?
It has enough of a charge for 40 miles if you go 15 miles an hour. But the max speed is also 35 miles an hour, so...
Okay, I know this sounds exciting to you, but, like, for me, I have a car, so that sounds really lame, no offense.
It was half of freeway speed. It's so exciting.
Like, this just sounds like a 40-mile limit. It goes, like, 30 miles an hour. Like, this sounds so lame to me. You're totally...
Well, I mean, the one I have right now costs like $800, and it goes 15 miles an hour, and it only has like a 16-mile range. So, oh my god!
Oh, thank you again, White Wolf.
Oh my god. Yeah, but I mean, it's exciting for an e-scooter. Someone's spamming again. And
I believe that it's exciting for an e-scooter. It just seems really lame in comparison to like a normal car.
just got another super chat, by the way, from Trico.
Oh wow,
Thank you,
see,
Trico.
this one's different. This one's $3.99 instead of $2.79. But thank you again, Trico. Yeah, I think CA equals Canadian dollars.
It is, and I think CAD is also Canadian dollars. But yeah, it's good for an e-scooter. The top e-scooters in the world can go like 80 miles an hour.
Gee, okay, that actually sounds unsafe.
It is.
Like going unsafe on like something that you could really like going 80 miles an hour on something you could really easily fall off of. Like that sounds really terrifying and unsafe actually.
I mean, not that easily. I've learned to ride it with no hands, but yeah, it takes a lot of practice, and I don't want to go fast when I'm doing that. Yeah, you can get ones that go that fast, but they're like $5,000.
Again,
Generally,
just ride a car. Like, don't understand
I'm not even old enough. I don't even have a license yet, so.
Yeah, I guess it's exciting if you don't have, if you're like not old enough to drive a car. I agree, it's exciting if you're, yeah.
I'm not a boomer.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like that I'm like serious boomer vibes because like
Exactly.
I'm not excited by this at all.
It's also a completely different experience when you're just standing on a little platform instead of sitting in a car or a box. So
that's true, but I feel like a motorcycle is superior then.
Yes, but also far more dangerous, which my parents have not stopped pointing out to me since I
Wait,
bought
really?
it.
Motorcycles are more dangerous than e-scooters? I feel like an e-scooter would be more dangerous than a motorcycle.
Motorcycles and e-bikes have about the same fatality rate, actually, which is incredibly surprising. But it makes sense when you look at statistics of how often drivers are actually looking in bike lanes for stuff. Motorcycles are inherently more dangerous just because they go so fast, so you're more likely to get into a crash by your own accord.
That's
but
fair.
I'd say
That's
against
fair.
other people, it's probably very similar because they're just not looking for such small objects.
I have to say, like, as a driver, it's very annoying when motorcycles are like on the road because most of them, like the vast majority of them, will do crap like they will like drive in between the lanes. And, like, not just doing that, like, I understand if they're doing that when it's, like, dead stop traffic or, like, very, very slow traffic. Like, I understand that because, you know, like, if the cars are mostly stopped and they're just, like, going in between the cars, then, like, that's fine, you know, whatever. But, like, there's people who will, like, go in between cars when, like, everybody's driving at, like, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, super unsafe because, like, they, like, zoom by you and make, like, a really loud noise. It can be very, like, really like surprising, and it's just annoying.
Like speed limits don't apply to me.
Yeah, and I've also seen people like doing wheelies and stuff, which is like super unsafe. But that's, I mean, like doing wheelies is literally like, well, okay, you're trying to be unsafe now.
Yeah, like you got yourself into that one. Let's see. More questions. Oh, someone's spamming.
Some people asked some good ones. We were just in the middle of a good conversation.
We were. Let me go scroll up. Do I listen to TED Talks? I watch them sometimes. Do you watch them?
I like TED Talks, but I don't like watch them religiously. Like I watch them if they catch my eye in the recommended section. So like I watched a really good one about procrastination actually.
I think I have seen that in my recommendations, but I've never clicked on it. I procrastinated clicking on it.
It's like about I think it's like basically like it talks about how procrastination is caused by like your monkey brain, and then like the closer it gets to the event, it gets like too scary, so then you're like your monkey brain like starts being like, oh god, I have to do this, and then like eventually it does it, but like as much as it can like avoid it, the thing, then it just avoids it. Something like
monkey
that.
Brain. I think the best one I watched was on quadcopters. It was really interesting because I'm obsessed with technology. It was about how you can train them with kind of, if you've ever had a VR headset, which I think we both have.
Yeah.
They use that kind of system. They have 4 cameras in all corners of the room, and they can use that along with reflective dots on the drone and they can effectively get an exact position for where every single drone is that has those is in the room. And what you can do with that is you can actually get the drones to autonomously balance cups of water on top of themselves. You can get them to collaborate with algorithms live. You can get them to collaborate to throw and catch balls to other drones with nets. You can get them to juggle things. You can get them to act like there's less gravity than there is. So you can juggle the drones. That was the demonstration of that. And you can also get them to do stuff like, what was the last one? You can get them to fly with like 2 motors, which is kind of insane. He cut the props off 2 of the motors. And what it effectively did was if you cut them off the diagonal motors, you effectively get rid of the ability for the drone to control itself in the yaw direction. Because the way a quadcopter works...
Is that like the Z direction or X, Y?
Spin.
Oh, okay.
It's not X, Y, Z, it's yaw, pitch, and roll. So pitch is up and...
I don't know what that is.
Back.
Please use X, Y, Z.
I can't, because I don't know that.
Well, I don't know yaw and pitch and all that weird stuff.
I'll explain it. Think of a plane, right? So pitch is when you tilt forward to push the nose down, and backwards as well.
Okay, Z.
Roll. Okay. Roll is when you tilt the wings sideways. That's what roll is.
Okay,
and yaw
gotcha.
is when you use the rudder to kick the tail of the plane out.
Okay, so it's like...
spin.
Okay, gotcha. That's still, it's like X and Y. I guess there isn't really anything for roll.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. It depends on which way you're looking at it, basically. And so the way a quadcopter is designed is that it has 4 motors. None of them actually have a rotational axis. So all of the movement is done by increasing the speeds of different motors. And the way they can do this, you might not think that would be possible because you might think, oh, wait, but there's a ton of rotational torque because of the 4 motors. But the way they design it is that 2 of them spin clockwise and the other 2 spin counterclockwise. So you'll have a diagonal pair, basically, on each side of the quadcopter. So if you cut the propellers off of 2 of those motors in the exact same way, the diagonal pair, you will effectively not hurt the drone, but you'll get rid of one of the axes of control. So, for example, if you cut them off of 2 of the motors on the left, you'll get rid of the axis of roll control, and that won't go very well. 2 of them in the back, you'll get rid of pitch, which is basically the same thing. But if you get rid of 2 of the diagonal ones, the drone will still be able to stay in the air as long as it's powerful enough to do so, because it will have 2 motors and it will just constantly spin and stay in the same spot. And he demonstrated that really well. He cut 2 of the propellers off the drone live and just had it spin in a circle really fast. It's really cool. Sorry, I just rambled, didn't I? Oops.
It is kind of interesting, but I mostly wonder what the use case is for that. I don't know, I'm an engineer, so I like to think about like what the use case is for something.
Search and rescue. That's the greatest excuse for anything. Just they can find people in burning buildings. It's cool because we might end up with drones as the future of transport, and so
I completely agree with that. But like, why would you want to cut things off of it?
If it gets damaged.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I accept this.
Yes. See, I have a solution. Let's see.
No, I definitely agree. I think Amazon packages and stuff, like, shipping will be done via drone in the future.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that.
I mean, like, yeah, I feel that, like, transportation will all be done via autonomous cars. So, like, I suspect that, like, 100 years from now, every single car will be a self-driving car, and people will say, like, I don't even understand how people had their driver's license because it's so dangerous to let humans, like, control a huge, like, machine that could, like, kill people. I mean, that's what a car is. Like, you could, like, kill someone by running them over. Like, it's a super dangerous, like, massive, like, machine. So, like, I absolutely believe that in 100 years, like, nobody will drive cars except for, like, racers. Like, maybe car racers will drive cars, but other than that, like, nobody will drive cars. Normal people will all be, like, chauffeured around by their self-driving cars, and people will think, like, how could this ever happen? Sort of like I don't know, I feel like nowadays, like when we think of old cars, we think of like nobody wore seatbelts, like the steering wheel was like made of like wood and stuff, so like people would die if they ever hit the steering wheel. Like airbags didn't exist, and we were like, how did people drive back then? Why did anybody go in a car? That's so unsafe. Like I feel that people will think the same thing in 100 years about like people driving cars.
The main reason that the steering wheel was dangerous back then is because originally the steering shaft was not designed to have any crumple zones, and so if you had any type of frontal impact, the steering wheel column would stay rigid and would literally
it would just impale people, if I remember correctly.
Exactly. Yeah. So now they're actually designed to crumple so they won't move forward, which I think is really clever. There's so many like little tiny things like that that just make me want to do engineering, because it's like, how do you think of that? It's crazy. I cannot wait for like order something on Amazon and like 2 hours later a drone shows up at my door. It's like, I hope, and it's something that could realistically happen in the next 40, 60 years.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but it could happen.
I think the main issue is people stealing stuff. I think that's like one of the main things that we have that's an issue with drones.
I saw a good comic on that once. It was it was basically in a scenario like that. It was set in the future, and it's not like an actual comic. It's just like a 4-panel webcomic thing. And so basically what they suggested was, okay, so make drone theft legal, but get rid of all regulations on the drones. So
just make the drones be able to like shoot people down? This seems like a terrible idea.
Not like that, but just get rid of like speed regulations and FAA regulations for drone flight, because there's so many. Oh my god. There's so many regulations.
Well, you would have to get rid of regulations if like I mean, obviously not all regulations, but like you're going to have to like get rid of regulations for like if you're gonna have to get rid of some if they're shipping, especially like I have a feeling air traffic's going to be a major one.
Yeah, because I have a drone right now that's an FPV drone. Every time I fly it at the park, I break 3 separate laws. So
okay, to Rosteox, who's saying if there's only self-driving cars, malfunctions could happen, it would be as dangerous as a plane crash. It is much safer to fly in a plane than it is to drive in a car. Like, you have a, like, far greater chance dying driving, like, 30 miles away than you do taking a plane flight. Because, like, planes are regulated so well, whereas, like, cars are driven by people who are, like, sleepy and drunk and, like, high and all this stuff. Like, cars are very, like, yeah, cars are pretty dangerous, actually.
I read an interesting statistic once. It went something along the lines of, if you had to drive 1 mile every day, and you bought a lottery ticket, 1 mile each way, you would be 10 times more likely to get in a fatal car crash than to win the lottery. So, I mean, that doesn't really give you a good idea.
I feel like winning the lottery, there's such a like low chance of it, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, that's like if you buy a lottery ticket every day, you're still more likely to get into a fatal car. I mean, honestly, you are extremely likely to get into some type of car crash in your life.
I've already been in one.
Whereas, like, yeah, I've also been in a car crash before, so.
It was like the mildest one ever, but I was traumatized. I was
I've only been in very mild car crashes, but
oh, multiple, wow.
Well, unfortunately some of them are due to me crashing people, but
I've been
when I was like 18 I thought I was too cool.
Yeah, you gotta go fast, you know.
No, it was because I was not paying attention. It was absolutely like all the accidents that were my fault were all due to me not paying attention. Like there's one time so when I was like first driving a car, I thought it was like a hotshot who didn't need to like turn around. So like for anybody who's taken driving lessons, they like tell you need to like physically turn around and look out your back window. But I was like, no, I could just use my mirror. Guess what? I was backing up, didn't see a car behind me because I was just looking at my mirror and I hit a car.
You're lucky you didn't hit like a small child that you couldn't see in the mirror.
Well, I was going like less than 5 miles an hour, so it would have been fine, but it was obviously, I mean, it was bad. And then the other time that I was at an at-fault accident was I was like thinking about something and not paying attention, and I like was slowing down to a red light, but didn't like notice there was a car in front of me. So I like hit the car in front of me, but I was going also like less than 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think the one I was in, so traffic came to us. We went over a hill, basically, on the freeway. And traffic came to a dead stop like 200 yards in front of us, and we were already going like 70 miles an hour. We barely stopped in time ourselves. The guy behind us did not stop anywhere near fast enough. I'm like, I don't know how fast he was going, but it was a loud screech.
And then he hit you guys.
Oh yeah, they rewrite that.
I worry about that sometimes, because like I have to make some like pretty hard stops sometimes on the highway, and then like I'm always like, oh god, the person behind me is gonna hit me. They're gonna hit me. They're gonna hit me.
I do that, and I don't even drive the car. I'm like constantly looking back behind us whenever we stop. I was like, please don't hit us. We had something like that coming back from, I went across the state last Sunday for my grandmother's birthday. That's when I got the sushi. Mm-hmm. We had a couple times where traffic just came to a dead stop, and then, I was like, please, don't, stay back. So I would turn around and, like, look at the cars behind us in terror.
Yeah.
See, Alaska says she had a very easy driving test. Well, I hope mine's very easy, because I'm going to take it soon.
I feel like it's luck. I really, honestly, like, unless you're, like, just don't care at all, and you just, like, don't even try, I feel that passing your driving test is definitely luck. Yeah, exactly. Like, Alaska, you said she didn't test you on anything else, but, like, sometimes people have, like, hard, like, instructors who are like, you gotta do a perfect 3-point turn, and, like, you gotta parallel park, and, like, all this other stuff.
Life skills, yes. Yeah, because my parents recently found out, because of me getting the new e-scooter, that it's actually required by law to have a driver's license to ride one. Not only that...
See, then just get a car!
I've been riding them since I was 13.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, oopsie. And the speed limit for them is officially 15, which I think is stupid.
50 is really low. You're going to be, like, walking, like, running faster than that. Or, like, I mean, not actually running faster than that, but you're going to be running at a comparable speed to that.
Wow, you can run really fast.
Okay, no, I can't run that fast. You know what I mean.
It's like, geez, you should do some, like, track and field. That's pretty good.
No, I can't run that fast. I'm not really that in shape.
I'm not either. She didn't even ask you, Alaska, to merge or anything. Yeah, I feel like it might be luck at that point.
It also, it completely depends on also where you take the test. Like, if you take your driver's test... Oh, yeah, pro tip for everybody who's going to eventually take their driver's test. Take it in the suburbs. Do not take your test in the city if you can. Take it in the suburbs in a nice, quiet place. And then it will be way, way easier than taking it in a city or near a busy street.
What if I can't get out of the city that I live in?
Then you cry a lot. Like, I specifically went to a, I specifically, like, we had two options to do it, I remember. I grew up in Massachusetts. It was either, like, you take the test in a, you'd either take the test in, like, the suburb, and you had to, like, go to a certain driving school to do it, or you could, like, take it near to some, like, really busy roads and stuff, and I definitely chose to do it in the suburb, and it was a lot easier.
Alaska says, bio trolley problem, save me or Mo? Which one?
Well, you're here, so I guess I'll save you.
Although I think people were saying something, like, low. I don't know. Actually, I can concur with that. Make sure to do it for rush hour. I live in a city with 1 million people in it. It's always rush hour.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you could try taking the test at, like, take it at, like, 11 a.m. or, like, 10 a.m. There's not going to be very many people on the road then.
If I can. So I'm doing, like, an online learner's course thing that I have heavily procrastinated because of work. We don't talk about that. And then I have to do, like, 6 hours of driving experience before I take an online test, and then I have to do 50 hours in the car before I can do my driver's test.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So you have to do 50 hours, like, driving, or do you have to do, like, observation?
No, 50 hours driving. before I
Okay.
can even get my driver's license, and 10 of them have to be at night. So
Oh,
me and my
okay.
dad were like, why don't we just do it this summer and go to LA 5 times? Yeah, it's just like it's insane. It's a lot of work. I'm gonna try and get it this summer. I don't know what's gonna happen. Alaska just said Mo sucks. That's nice.
We're all
Not
friends,
so-
don't worry.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Azure is here. That's cool. People listen to better drivers. Yeah. Welcome to California. I don't know if you're in California. Oh my God, some of the drivers suck. I had a red car. I was on an e-scooter, so I mean, it's not as bad as if it was in a car. But I was in the bike lane. This red car sped past me, slammed on the brakes, and proceeded to cut me off by turning into a parking lot about 10 feet in front of me. And I had
wow.
to slam on the brakes, and I almost hit them. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to need to turn into the parking lot that I'm 10 seconds away from, you could just, like, not speed and not, you know, you could just wait. Like, patience is a virtue.
A lot of people aren't patient.
Exactly.
But actually, I think, like, you can't really see who's bad in California and who's not, because California doesn't really test you because there's no, like, rain and snow and stuff in California.
There is rain at least twice a year.
Okay, there is rain sometimes, but... Yeah, I
It
guess that
rains
people
for-
in California probably have a lot of trouble when it rains,
Oh my God, yes.
because you're not used
So-
to it.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. So whenever it rains, we have, I mean, generally people drive on the freeways at like 40, but then you occasionally get the person who drives at like 75. I'm like, wow, why are these
Okay,
people going so slow?
I feel like in California, people drive a lot faster than 75. People drive at like 90 sometimes.
Yeah, we got passed. So on the cross state trip, we actually got passed by a truck doing like 80. Like a massive pickup truck. Not 80, but probably at least 75 to 80.
Uh-huh.
And then he got immediately pulled over by a cop.
That
That was funny. Yeah. Yeah, it rains at least 2 days a year here, okay? It's not that bad. It's bad. More questions. We turn into cats. Everyone just stops knowing how to drive. Yeah, people, like, I've seen people hydroplane a lot. Not spin out, but just hydroplane completely. We've hydroplaned completely a couple times on a
I've definitely
random puddle.
hydroplaned before. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Like, I just let it happen.
You just go with the flow. Yeah,
You
we
kind of
did
need
it.
to.
We
If
were
you
just
freak
driving.
out when something happens when you're driving, then you're screwed.
Yes.
My mom
I
actually
read-
flipped my parents' car by
There's
freaking out
that.
once. Because
Oh,
she, like,
wow.
yeah, so, like, she was, I guess, I have a feeling she fell asleep behind the wheel or something. And, like, she was, like, she like, fell off the road, basically. And, like, she basically
Jeez.
went off the road onto the grass. And then I guess she, like, woke up and, like, jerked the wheel. And then, like, flipped the car by doing that. Which, like, thankfully, that car was amazing because both my parents, like, survived without being injured at all. But it was pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
The car got completely
Yeah.
totaled, but my parents literally did not have any injuries. It was pretty
Well, I mean, I guess
incredible.
that's the job. If it got totaled, that means the crumple zones worked well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I mean, the crash that I got in, the bumper wasn't even dented. There was just a bunch of paint on it. Yeah, it was in like a Prius, so
Yeah, my parents were in a Toyota too.
yes.
They
Toyota
yeah, the
Prius.
Toyota like completely protected them. I was very impressed by that.
Then I think the only other crash that Prius got into was when a bike crossed the road and hit the side door. Not a motorbike, just a normal
Oh,
bicycle.
jeez.
I had to like replace the door. Yeah, I don't think we ended up replacing the door because the dent was not that big. Also, cats here. That's cool.
Oh, yay.
More friends. Now I don't have to moderate the chat as much. Yay.
Okay,
Let's
let me
see.
leave for a moment because I need to turn on the light. It's like really dark in here.
Okay, I can't
Since
tell
I was working,
how
the
loud
sun went down, and
it
now
is.
I'm just like sitting in the dark sketchily.
Working for 6 hours straight.
So I'm gonna take off my microphone. It's gonna be just Storm for a moment.
Oh, I'm gonna be alone. You're gonna leave me? Alone with your viewers? I'm terrified. Oh, she already left, didn't she? Ha! Yep, she did. Okay, so everybody, when she gets the next sushi with the super chats, if she gets it, you have to vote for the wasabi. You need to vote for the wasabi. If you don't vote for the wasabi, I will find you. Okay? The wasabi, we need to see her eat the wasabi. Everybody needs to vote for wasabi. Okay? It got second place last time. We're going for first this time. You have to. I beg. Please. You
Okay,
must.
back.
Before she comes back. Oh, hi.
I
wasn't
heard
talking
something
about anything.
saying before
No, you
I come back.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You heard nothing.
I don't know what you're
Nothing.
talking about, but I'm scared.
Chat, don't talk about it. Chat, don't talk about it. Stop talking about
You know,
it.
I could
Stop
watch the
talking about
replay of the video,
No.
right?
No, you're not allowed to do that.
To see whatever
I didn't say it.
evilness you've been talking
No.
about.
No, everyone's saying it in chat now. Wait, don't look at the chat. Nope. Yep. Oh my gosh. I didn't
Something
do anything, I promise.
About wasabi.
No.
Did you tell them all to vote for wasabi?
No, I didn't. I did not.
See, I'm telling you, literally all my closest friends. See, Kat also vote for
You have
wasabi.
to. You have to. Everybody do it next time. She has to put it on the poll again. Nothing happened. Yeah, exactly. See? Nothing happened. You didn't hear anything. Chat, you already gave it away.
The chat's very, very bad. They gave it away for sure.
They started spamming what I said. It would have been so much more believable. Wow, we've been quick for 105 minutes. My god.
Oh. That's actually not... That's not so bad. I don't know when you have to leave.
Well, I don't know. I'm procrastinating on work right now. Probably like 30, 45 minutes.
Okay, that
We need
sounds
more
good.
questions.
Yeah.
This is fun. It's been
Yeah,
fun
we've
for
had
us
some
since
good
I-
conversations.
This is good. We should do another one when you hit 25k. Because it's gonna happen soon. It's gonna
I
happen
know, I'm
soon.
already at
Everybody
like
better subscribe.
20.2k, which is like pretty crazy.
You gained like 250 subscribers in the past
Considering
week.
I haven't posted anything. And
Actually, more like 5 days. We're singing Wasabi by Little Mix. Oh no. Let's see. White Wolf, I think I already kind of asked that. Do you
What
have
was the
any
question?
specific, like... White Wolf's just asking how you balance all your workload. I was going to say, do you have
Oh,
any time management strategy?
Okay,
other
so
than-
yeah, some people asked about this in the PBAU server. To answer it seriously and not to answer it as just like I cry every day or something. One thing that I guess this might not be possible for everybody, but I don't really like watching TV. I don't like doing anything passive, basically. So I don't like just looking at my phone. I don't like watching TV. I will watch TV while I'm eating dinner because my boyfriend likes to watch TV. Like, he likes to watch, like, shows and stuff, so I'll watch with him, but I won't watch, like, I won't just, like, sit and watch TV for hours, I guess, like Netflix. But I know some people really like to watch TV, so I think that's, you know, like, if you really, really like watching TV, then I maybe just say, like, moderate it and don't, like, spend your entire weekend binging Netflix.
Yeah, that's honestly why I avoid Netflix, is because I know I'm just gonna get sucked into a cycle.
Yeah,
of
like,
never
I feel like there's nothing wrong with watching TV or, like, scrolling around your phone, but it's really easy to just, like, scroll forever on, like, Tumblr or Twitter or something.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just good not to let yourself get, like, sucked into that. And, like, with TV, yeah, it's really easy to, like, binge an entire series. And...
Yes, it is.
yeah. It's...
I had...
if you can avoid it, it's good. So that's one of
I
my
had-
tips. And then, like, another thing that I do is I just like to... If I have a free moment, like, let's suppose I'm in line for something, then I'll look at my phone and try to answer messages. So, like, I get a lot of PMs. And, like, there are
Yes.
questions I sometimes have to answer in PPAU. So, like, I'll usually take the time when I'm doing, like, when I literally can't do anything else, I'll try to, like, make that time productive somehow. Or, like, I'll
That's
read a
great.
paper or something while I'm, like, waiting in line for something.
Jeez. There's never
Well, okay,
stop.
I can't read a whole paper usually reading in line, but, like, I'll read some of it.
Just read an entire academic research paper while you're waiting for the bus. Okay, also, I'm going to leave you alone here now, because I am going to go use the bathroom. So
Okay.
goodbye. I'll be back.
Alright, bye! It's me alone now. I'm by myself. Now I have to actually look at the chat to to answer questions. Okay, I will say something that I do get caught up in is I like watching like YouTube videos, so I'll watch like maps and stuff, and that sometimes gets me like wasting time for an hour. But I feel that I at least try to study them so I can learn a bit about animation while I'm doing it. Am I planning on making a front view dragon tutorial? Yes, I am someday, but I need to finish like commissions and stuff first. I would have worked on commission during my stream, I just haven't since I want to be able to stream and talk, and it's really hard for me to talk working on commission because usually I have to focus a lot. Let's see. Oh, there's actually no questions, just me spilling the tea. But I don't really have any tea to spill. Unfortunately. I don't have any, like, particularly interesting tea to spill. I think someone has to, like, tell me something that will remind me of tea to spill. Oh, look, okay, see, Storm's back. Thank God.
Yes.
You saved me. I was basically not doing anything.
I was, like, listening. Because
I was just struggling to come up with a topic.
Now you have a topic. What other book series do you read? That's interesting.
I do read Warriors. I'm trying my best to read the Power of the Stars or whatever, Omen of the Stars arc. I'm trying to read it, but it's like I keep on getting distracted.
I read like the first arc of Warriors like a long time ago.
Oh, I love the first arc. It's just like the later arcs get kind of repetitive, so they're like a bit difficult to read.
I feel like they're really trying to milk the most money out of it as they can at this point, because there's so many books in that series. That's my opinion, though. But
I mean, people would say that about Wings of Fire too, because like, I mean, Wings of Fire gets tons of money.
Yes, it does.
I actually do wonder how much pressure Scholastic is putting on Tui to do a fourth arc, because, like, yeah, Scholastic gets a lot of money from Wings of Fire.
Yeah, it's a super popular series. It's more popular than I think I used to realize. Because I was on the Wings of Fire forums a couple years ago. I doubt anyone here has been on them. There was maybe 100 active members. It was tiny. It was like the Scholastic forums.
I know what you're talking about. I remember them.
Yeah.
I wasn't on them, but I do remember them.
You remember them? You were there.
I wasn't, like, I didn't make an account or anything, but I remember looking at posts from them.
Yeah, I had several different names on there, but I stayed on there for, like, 2 years. It was basically the whole thing that got me into Wings of Fire, the Wings of Fire fandom, and Wings of Fire as well. Because it was a whole community just based off of Wings of Fire with, like, role-playing and all that stuff, so it was really cool.
I know that apparently one of the admins from that forum, I think her name's like Sarah or something.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, apparently she's helping Tui write the guide.
Oh, yeah, wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I remember because they used to have such a bad filter to try and stop people from spreading personal information or, like, any links to other websites. So the mods would occasionally talk, and I think I do remember one being Sarah, so that was cool. They wouldn't talk often, but when they did, the post would get like hundreds of replies. Yeah, if anyone here has been on the forums, that's kind of insane. I know there was the Scholastic forums for like tons of series, but there was one for spirit animals, there was one for like Blue's Clues. No, not Blue's Clues. What am I saying? I don't know what that book's called.
I don't know.
It's like a Scholastic book. Yeah, there was ones for a lot of Scholastic books, but then or at least the Wings of Fire one got deleted in favor of a game called Home Base.
Oh my God, Home Base.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Home Base.
Have you? They replaced the forums, which had hundreds of active members, like literally thousands of posts and threads about role-playing and whole different, almost like mini fandoms set up inside it of like lore and insane stuff. Yeah, 39 Clues. Snooty's got it.
Oh, 39 Clues. Wait a second. Is that like a book about these like kids or something going through time? Like they time travel to the past and they're like trying to get clues on like some... I feel like I've read it. I
Hope
read
is
it and I
laughing at
thought it
me.
was kind of corny.
Yeah, I
And it's like
haven't
they're
read it.
siblings or something.
People are laughing at me. Um, I
Okay,
think so,
adventure
yeah.
novels. Yeah, okay, they chronicle the adventure of two siblings who discover their family is the most influential family in history. They're trying to
Wow.
find the 39 clues that are ingredients that can create the most powerful person on
Ingredients.
Earth or something.
Gotta,
Interesting.
you gotta
I
like throw
remember
them
them
in a
traveling
blender or
through
something?
time. Okay, they're going
Huh.
to Mozart's house or something like that. Alright, I
What?
don't know, man.
Where is this plot going?
I don't know.
Like, first they call the clues ingredients, like you have to throw them in a blender to make it, but like, wow, that's...
No,
Yeah,
because,
I
like,
mean, that's Scholastic kids' books.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so they don't go back in time. It's just like they run around the world. It's basically like National Treasure, but like it's International Treasure instead.
I haven't seen that either, so I wouldn't know.
It's like a really
See, I'm
old
uncul-
movie with Nicolas Cage about like going around the United States and looking for clues.
See, the one time... So, have you read Shadow of Bone? Have you heard of Shadow and Bone?
I've heard of it, but is that like the new Netflix show that just
Yes.
came out and there's this like villain that everybody's like falling in love with? I don't know. I just see a bunch of people posting about him with a bunch of hearts on Instagram.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be the Darkling. Yeah.
All I know about that is there's this guy that everybody seems to have fallen in love with.
That's like...
And
that's
he's
not the
evil.
detail, but that's not the detail to remember out of that story. Yeah, so I read it before it was a TV series. Like,
Yeah, I heard it was a
It's like
book series to start with.
it was. The books are amazing. They're very good.
Really? Okay, what's the
Um,
book series? Maybe I'll read it. What's it called?
So-
It's just Shadow and Bone?
That's the first book.
Okay.
It's by Leigh Bardugo. I'll send the name in chat.
Yeah, I'll look it up because I need some new books to read.
They're very good. They're set in like a whole different universe with magic and stuff.
Yeah, I like the
It's got
magic. I like that magic
but
is
with
really big in it.
limitations. It's
Good.
got magic, but it's not animus magic. So the way they call it the small science, and effectively there's Grisha, and they can basically manipulate matter. So you have, it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender. They have Grisha called like tide makers, which can move water basically, and they have fabricators who can create and fuse metal and do stuff like that. But they're just limited to that power. It's very draining.
That's good. I
you
like
know,
that.
stuff like that. It's really well thought out, basically. The
Thank
power
God,
stuff.
because
And
Anna's magic is not well thought.
the lore is insane. It goes really far back, and it just got turned into a Netflix series. And it's the one Netflix series that I kind of watched, and I ended up like binging it in like 4 days, even though it was like 6 hours worth of stuff, and I just procrastinated on a bunch of other stuff. That was where this was going. It was like the one time I
do want to see
Netflix.
it. I just like, yeah. Right now,
Bye, Chico.
I'm not signed up to Netflix because, it was getting expensive and I wasn't watching it at all.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I think because I've read the books before the TV series and before I knew the TV series was going to be a thing.
Yeah, that's
Before the TV
impressive that
series
you
was
still
even
like it
written.
and you read the books beforehand. A lot of people
And I
who
think-
like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot of people who read the books and then see a TV series tend to like be like, oh, the TV series sucks.
Yeah, I get that as well. But I actually think they did the TV show really well. It might just because I'm like a total nerd for video editing and video production because that's my thing. But
Oh, good. It has good cinematography. No, I like that.
it has amazing cinematography. They did
Oh,
it
good.
really well. Yeah, the editing is awesome, especially with the fabricator powers and stuff, because they also have Grisha called tailors who can change their appearance, and so
Ooh.
they do that live to the protagonist, and it's really well done.
I definitely want to see it. I like the
It's good.
actor who everybody's in love with, like whatever his name is. Like I like that actor. He played in Westworld and he did a really good job. So I definitely want to
he does a
see
good
it.
job.
But
He does a really good job. Also, it's like PG-13, so don't watch it if you're not 13.
oh, that's
Yeah,
good
it's
to know.
it's got actual like it's probably more like PG-14 or higher than that. It's got actual like violence. It's not constantly violence, but there's definitely some bloody parts in it. So
That's fine. I think that's the thing that'd be most like an issue is like sex scenes, which like I guess then it would
No.
have to be M for that.
there's none of that.
It's not Game of Thrones.
No, I haven't seen that, but no, it's not.
Well, yeah, you're
The
not
most-
18. It makes sense you haven't seen that.
The most I think is just that they kiss at one point, and
They kiss at one point. So inappropriate.
actually at 2 points. I know it's very inappropriate for children, but the rating comes from the fact that there's like blood and there's actual like wounds shown in it.
Ah,
so.
that's fine. I don't care about
The
that.
worst, I would say the worst part is where one character stitches up her own wound, which is totally badass, but like,
That is badass. I couldn't do that, but
God no, with a sewing needle. So, yeah, it's well done though. And they ended up. I think it's funny that I still like it because they ended up changing a major plot point in one of the books. The way it works is that there's a trilogy, Shadow and Bone, which is Shadow and Bone is the first book, and then there's 2 books after that called Six of Crows and I don't know what the other one's called, and they feature different characters in the same universe, with like completely different villains and stuff. It's really well done. And the way they redid the TV series, there's also another 2 books after those, but we don't talk about them.
are they bad?
The way they did the TV series, no, they're really good. They're just complicated. The way they did the TV series was they actually had the characters from books 4 and 5, which is the 2 after the trilogy, actually meet the character in the first book and try to kidnap her, but we don't talk about that.
Okay, don't do spoilers if I'm gonna watch this someday.
It's not a big spoiler because we
Okay.
know about it in like the first 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. It's really good. They
Yeah, I
redid that
definitely
entire
want to
plot point.
see it, and I'd like to read the books actually,
You should. They're very good.
if they're good.
But I
yeah.
think good luck getting them online right now because the show is just like everyone's like, oh, I gotta read this now.
Let me see if Hoopla has it. The same thing, the same like audiobook service that leaked.
13.
Yeah, that leaked Wings of Fire Book 14. We'll see if they have it.
Yeah.
Because Hoopla lets you borrow a book even if other people are borrowing it, which is really nice.
Really? All I have is Overdrive, and it sucks. I tried to get Shadow and Bone, which is the first book, on Overdrive because I was like, yeah, I want to read the whole series again before I watch it, so then I'll be super caught up. And it didn't let me. It was there was 90 people ahead of me.
Oh god. Okay,
had to
dang it.
wait,
Yeah, it's not
like-
Hoopla.
6 weeks,
Poop.
basically.
Okay, yeah, let's check Overdrive now. Yeah, dude, I was trying to get, like, the Da Vinci Code on Overdrive, which, like, the Da Vinci Code is, like,
Yeah.
because I wanted to reread it, because I was talking to somebody about it, so I was like, let's reread the Da Vinci Code again, it's funny.
Is that
And,
Artemis
and
Fowl?
yeah, and, like, there were, like, a bunch of people borrowing it, I'm like, really, the Da Vinci Code? It's, like, 10 years old. How come
What
I
is
had to
that from?
wait
Is
for
that-
this?
That reminds me
It's-
of Artemis Fowl, but I don't think it is.
It's just, like, it's a single book, but it was just,
Oh,
it was made into a movie. It was a very, very popular single book about, like, 15 or 10 years ago.
Huh.
Shadow and Bone. Let's see.
Yes. It has a black and gold cover.
Oh
you're on a
yeah,
phone.
it's like got like a deer on it.
Yes. Oh, the stag. The stag. It is the stag. You'll find out more about that
Yes.
later.
98 copies, 638 people waiting.
What? How big is your library?
98 copies though. Jeez.
How big is your library?
I-
Mine has 5.
I collect library cards from like everywhere, so for the most one
God.
I use is the LA County Library,
Oh, wow.
and that
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's like
pretty
all
cool.
of LA County, so it's pretty.
You can probably try the other libraries then.
Yeah, I could, but they're probably gonna be
That
worse,
dedicated.
honestly. LA County Library is the most reliable. I also have one for Orange County, and I have some for like places in Maryland too, because I'm bad.
Yeah, that's insane. That's an insane amount of copies.
Yeah, it says I have to wait for 14 weeks, which is basically 3 months.
14 weeks?
Yeah,
My
that's what
God.
it says. They have 98 copies, and I have to wait 14 weeks. I'm just gonna buy it on Audible, I guess. I do have an
mean-
Audible subscription for like times I really want a book. I mean, or I
I
could
would
like,
at least try.
or I
to
could, you
find it
know,
on a-
yo ho ho it.
Oh. Bio, no, that's a bad influence. That's a bad thing. Don't. Bad.
You know what I mean.
Bio, do not. We do not condone that here. That is bad.
I'm just saying.
No, you're supposed to say that's bad. That is a bad thing. That's not good. Bio.
It's fine.
No.
If it's really popular, it's fine. I wouldn't say yo-ho-ho something that's like, you know, a small author or small artist, but if it's a really popular...
This is not a good role model example for young, impressionable children watching your channel, but...
You know, like,
this is...
when like, one of the times that like, me and, like, other people from PPAU were, like, talking to Tui and stuff,
Yeah.
like, one of the people from our group, like, literally just showed her, like, this huge list of, like, pirated Wings of Fire books on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
And she, like, didn't even care. It was very interesting. She's
Oh,
like,
really?
oh, that's interesting.
Wow, okay. Well,
Like,
I
she
feel
didn't even really have a reaction. She's like, well, I'm not gonna sue him. It's fine.
I guess it would be hard to go after that many people. I'm gonna look on Spotify right now. Of Fire. Wings of Fire. Yep. There's the Wings of Fire audiobooks on Spotify.
Yeah, I have the playlist of it.
5,403 likes. 2,157 songs. They just split it up into like 3-minute segments.
Yeah, it's kind of
120
annoying, actually.
hours.
I mean, I actually have,
Wow.
like, I actually have bought most of the books on, like, Kindle, so, because I read them in college when I mostly read with Kindle.
I have every single book in my house, except for the winglets. I don't have the winglets, but other than that, I got all.
Do you have Forge of Dragon World?
I do not. Well, wait, is that out?
Yeah, it is.
What? When did it come out?
It came out, like, a few weeks ago. I didn't know until I saw Xbox Cat, like, post about it.
What?
I don't know
Hold on.
whether I'm gonna get it or not, because, like, I heard there's no new information, but it does look pretty interesting.
And
It looks-
63, I'm buying at Amazon right now. Oh, wow, let's see. I'm looking at it. There's one image. Okay. Interactive. I wonder what that means. Probably just marketing propaganda.
I think
I guess-
interactive is because you can, like, fill out... There's, like, pages where you can
Is there
fill out, like, a
drawing?
comic and stuff. Yeah. Like, it encourages
it's
you
like-
to
'cause it
draw and, like, make OCs and things like that.
It's 144 pages. That's not too bad.
That's actually a lot for, like, a workbook.
Yeah. It's got really good reviews. Although it's only 63, but it's got 4.9 out of 5 stars. There's no 1-star ratings yet.
I mean, like, Wings of Fire books tend to have really good reviews. It looks really well made. Like, I saw some people take pictures of it, and it looks, like, really sleek and nice.
Huh. Alright, well, I know what book I'm getting next. I didn't even know that was out. Yeah, people in the chat are saying they have it. Wow, I didn't even know it was out yet. 'Cause
People
the
in the
last time
chat, is
I
it
heard
good? Like, what?
Oh,
is
yeah,
there any
tell
new
us.
information? Like, is it good? Like, what is it about?
Don't you dare spoil it, though, or I will fight you.
I mean, is there anything to even spoil? That's also good
It's
information.
true. Well, they could spoil the lore.
I guess. Is there even any lore, though? Yeah,
Pretty
that's what I
good, and there's
heard,
a
is that,
bunch
like,
of
from
rooms.
Shayna, is that there's, like, a bunch of room to draw and develop OCs, basically. It's, like, it's all about, like, helping you develop OCs.
Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to get it before I can get into PPAU.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I think you
Good
spent, like, the
luck.
past 2 weeks developing your PPAU OC.
Oh god, no, more like a month or
Oh,
more
jeez.
than that. I started in March, but I didn't really get far except for like design concepts. I started really working on him like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think. Yeah. And I've been hardcore working on him this past week because I want to get him in like first in the queue. So
There's
like,
no
at
queue. The
least a
queue is
slim
just, like,
chance.
what I feel like looking at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So don't
then.
worry about that. There's, like, literally no queue.
Never mind. Yeah, we'll see. It's I'm using Ruby's template, so it's like it's kind of stretched out a lot. It's already
Okay,
21.
Ruby's template's really good. They did a really good
It
job.
is good. It makes sure that I don't forget anything. That's why I'm using it. And yeah, it's already 21 pages long, and I'm not even halfway done with this.
Oh
history.
god. That means it's gonna take forever to look at.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it's 5.3 thousand words right now.
Oh
So.
god. It's gonna take forever to look at.
I mean, people said use bullet points, so I did use bullet points.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
My
Thank
bullet
you.
points were more like bullet-pointed paragraphs.
Oh, jeez. We'll see.
So, yeah. Anyway, it's fine though, because I'm not gonna have like any time this summer if I do end up getting a job at that camp. So, yeah. I wish there was. Let's see. I spent from December to March developing my OC, and I've yet to roleplay because of school. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be me. I have like, oh god, I literally have like 5 friendships planned for this character, and I have no clue how I'm going to roleplay that much.
That's okay.
Oh, and it shows the process of making the graphic novels. That's cool.
That's cool. That is pretty cool.
Because I remember the last time I remember Tui talking about the guide was when she was approving art for it. So I was like, wow, they work fast. Because that was only like a couple months ago. And now it's like available.
Okay, it's good to know that there isn't anything large spoiler-wise.
Yeah.
In them. That means I'll probably not buy it. But I am interested to hear like what you think, Storm, when you buy it.
Okay, good. I'll make my parents get it. They usually do that for books because it's books.
Yeah, I think that's fair. My parents always bought books for me if I asked for them.
Yeah, that's the great part is I can just get any of them. Is Bio reading chat? I'm reading chat. Bio is focusing on the awesome art you're looking at, which is Queen Snowfall. We have hit 2 hours. I think we hit 2 hours a while ago.
Just let me know when you need to leave, by the way. I know you're gonna have to eat dinner at some point.
Yeah, at some point it's like 5 to 7 minutes, according to the message I just got. So we can do like 5 minutes. Pretty good.
Yeah,
it's kind of sudden.
People talking about how they spend a long time making characters, like, I also, like, usually I'll have a character idea for, like, several months to a year before I, like, finish them, because, I don't know, I'm very particular about, like, inspiration, so if I can't think of a name, like, I won't just go look for names, I'll wait to be inspired, basically. Because I don't really, I always feel like when I force something for a character, I end up not liking it, and then I just don't use the character at all, so it's better for me to just, like, wait and let things come naturally.
How many characters do you have?
I feel like I have a lot now. I mean, like, characters I actually use often is very little of them. Basically only characters in PBAU do I use often, just because, like, I'm not really active elsewhere. And I don't really write OC stories that much unless it's, like, a PBAU character. I learned basically, like, if I ever am going to use a character, they have to be in PBAU, or else, like, they're just not going to be used in general.
I feel like it is also a main point of inspiration because the group is so well done and it's so complicated.
It is complicated. I feel a little bad about that.
More inspiring. It's like, it makes it better though, if that makes any sense, because it kind of inspires you to be like, okay, wow, this world is so amazing. My character has to also be amazing to roleplay in it. So,
well, I don't want to like.
That's my...
I don't want to, like, intimidate people, I guess, and make them feel like, oh, you're not good enough to be here, because that's definitely not what it is. But it is sort of like a world has to be cohesive to be believable. So I think that's why it's so complicated, is because we've built so many details about it over time.
Yeah. It's like, it's a double-edged sword, because it makes it really good, but also really, like, there's a steep learning curve, basically.
Yeah, definitely. There is definitely a steep learning curve. I know that one of the staff was, like, working on a video to, like, help introduce the group and, like, explain it, but...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the progress is, but I know they're working on it.
Video production. Let's see. Yeah, it's really complicated. I was intimidated when I first got in there, but I mean, the landing server I think is a massive help.
It is, yeah. It used to be that you had to figure everything out by yourself, and you just kind of had to read everything by yourself and apply by yourself. But I found the landing, like, we had some people who were helped out before, and they said, like, the fact that there were people from the group to help me, like, really made a difference. So then that's why we decided to make the landing server.
Yeah, shout out to the landing server people watching. I know there's a few because I posted there.
Yeah, I saw some people from the landing server.
Without the landing server, I would probably not be in, like, this far.
Yeah, I completely understand that. It's just too much to deal with.
It's crazy with all the journals on DeviantArt, and some of them look like the new ones. You know, I don't know why DeviantArt does that. Some of them look really new and nice and easy to read, and then some of them are in that old format that they use for the groups.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I really hate that format. It makes the text so small, and it's insane.
Oh, that's funny.
It's
I like
really-
the old format more. I'm kind of annoyed that they moved to the new format.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah. Oh well, I guess.
That's because you're older than me. That's my
Yeah, I'm
excuse
used to the
forever.
old DeviantArt. Everybody who was on the old DeviantArt prefers the old DeviantArt.
Yeah, I joined it when it was the new one, and I never really used DeviantArt either, so... My DeviantArt just has, like, my 11 stories that I wrote.
Oh yeah.
Completely sleep-deprived. Yeah, it's... crazy. Okay, let's see. I probably have to go soon. Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, let's wrap up. Now's a good time to end because I just finished the line art. I feel kind of bad though because I feel like I didn't actually get that much done, but oh well, I guess.
You got all the line art done. That's a lot.
Is it though?
And made good content. Good content.
Yeah, I think we did have a lot of really good conversations, which I'm happy
Yes.
about. All right, yeah, let's wrap it up then. Thank you everybody who
25.
joined, and thank you everybody who donated. I'm very impressed, actually.
Let's do another sushi one now.
I think this is actually like the third most like highest revenue I've gotten from a chat stream, so that's actually pretty crazy.
What was the second and first?
So the first one was the guy who dropped $200, and the second one was the last stream when I got 20k.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
It's
I
really cool.
should be able to do a Fantasy Friday next week. It's just I couldn't do it this week because I'm going away tomorrow. I'm going out of town for a bachelorette party that I'm really not excited about. But
gonna
oh
say
well,
have
I guess.
Don't suffer.
It's like I'm going to this bachelorette party and there's gonna be like there's a bunch of people I don't really know very well and they're just gonna get like super drunk and it's gonna be super awkward basically.
Oh,
So it's
One
just
of those parties.
awkies. It's awkies.
yeah. You can just sit in the corner and just type on your phone the whole time.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
escape.
much. Honestly, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do.
She's like super active on Discord.
Alright, well, I'm gonna sign off. Goodbye, everybody.
Farewell. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. Drink water. Make sure to hydrate. Also subscribe. Did you already stop
Oh
the
yeah,
live stream?
subscribe.
Yeah.
I always
do that.
forget to
That's
like
the
shill
thing.
my channel and say like and
Exactly.
subscribe.
That's why I'm doing it for you.
Oh, well,
Like and
thank you.
subscribe.
Alright, bye-byes.
Farewell.